big celebration for gaming. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Gamesline podcast. It's me, John. I'm here. And the summer games bonanza is kind of over, I think.
I think mercifully it's finally done, is how I'm feeling a little bit.
I think the day after we record this, I think Limited Run is having something, which for the past couple of times they've actually announced like new games, so that might
true.
Yeah, that might actually be something. Rose, you're here with me.
Hi, I am here with you.
The Genius Gamers.
That's right, the dynamic duo.
Mm-hmm.
Limited Run games. I feel like you've probably informed me more than most people about them, but I only ever hear negative things.
It's a very frustrating thing because some of the things they do are good, like pretty much all the books and stuff that Jeremy Parish does with them are really good, and like it's cool that they basically just like hired him to do what he was doing anyway, but now he doesn't have to worry about it. He could just keep writing and making YouTube videos and all that. Just like, yeah, that's great. That's just like good conservationism and all that. And like their ports are actually solid from what I've seen. Like they have that like Carbon engine, and all the stuff that they've done has been fine. Like I know they just put out that like Rocket Knight Adventures collection, and from what I've heard, that's a really good compilation. They're doing a Tomba and Clock Tower, which neither of those are out yet, but I think some people might have like played Clock Tower like at like Summer Games Fest or something, and they said it was good. So I mean that stuff is all good. It's just their extra goody shit and their like game printing stuff that has gotten really bad. Like it was was it Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, or it was some game that came out on like
that one was CDRW, right, recently or something.
Yeah, I don't recall if it was Plumbers Don't Wear Ties or it was something else, but like they reprinted a 3DO game, but they didn't use the type of disc that 3DOs would normally use. They just used a cheap, like DVD-R or something. And some 3DOs can read that, but like most of them can't. So a lot of people were, buying a 3DO game that just would not run on their console. It was just pretty short-sighted, and for something that is supposed to be for enthusiasts, they are like dropping the ball a lot. A lot of their expensive collector's editions are just full of crap. Some of them are cool, some of the things are cool, some of them aren't. I've bought like a handful of things from them, and like it's fine-ish. Like the No More Heroes one that I got, that one's fine. My only complaint was that the Sand and Destroy flag that they sent was extremely teeny tiny. It's like smaller than a piece of like wide ruled paper. I wasn't expecting that. But I don't know. They're like kind of up and down, but it's definitely one of those things where like people just kind of almost wish they weren't a thing, because like for a while it was like, oh, we're making physical versions of things that would never happen, and now it's like it's things that could probably still happen, but now people are just going through Limited Run because it's probably cheaper because they're printing technically like on demand. They have the pre-order and that's it. So if you're able to get in at that time, there you go. But if not, because like I might have gotten that Alan Wake collector's edition if I wasn't unemployed right now, but like I'm not going to be able to get that now. So and then if I wanted to get it on the secondhand market, it's going to be like $700 because it's rare.
And this is like the third thing related to Alan Wake that's like that now, which is hellish.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe the physical like current gen reprint of Alan Wake 1 is expensive. Like that's wild. And a huge bummer, because I would have loved to grab that. If I had known it would have been expensive, I would have grabbed it like when it came out. But But yeah, I mean, and there a lot of there were a lot of complaints about them being slow for a really long time, like just things that should have been out like 2 or 3 months after the pre-order, taking like a year or two. But I think a lot of people miss that they kind of explained that, and that was because they were including those trading cards with their games for a long time.
Trading cards.
Yeah, and I mean, that was like a neat little thing, and I could see why they were just like, yeah, we have our cute little trading cards. You collect them all.
But you just do a second wave.
Well, no, it was yeah. I mean, maybe, but like it was just
I just mean like a second wave of sending them out the cards themselves.
Oh, sure. Yeah, because they said like, oh, the reason why was because the pandemic happened and then the Pokemon card boom happened, and so many like card printing businesses got like bought up or made deals with the Pokemon company to print more Pokemon cards, and so all of their orders were backed up. So they were just like, fuck it, we're not doing the cards anymore, which probably for the best, because yeah, like they're just little trading cards. I don't know. I have a Fata Morgana trading card. Ooh, like okay.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I'm interested to see what kind of stuff they might be publishing. Like I mean, they helped publish Arzette, and that's
they
a big
escaped
game, so.
the Embracer thing, right? They got shuffled off into one of the 3 evil groups or whatever the hell happens when that.
Yeah, they're still. I mean, thing is if Embracer does like try to sell them, or like I'm sure they'll probably be okay, because I'm sure they make they're like they're a business in and of themselves, and I bet Embracer was just trying to like get in on their like production stuff. So I'm sure if they shut down more stuff, they'll probably be okay. But I don't fucking know. It's just I completely understand people's frustrations with them a lot of the time, but also it's like, yeah, they just kind of have Chotskis. It's whatever. And also a lot of the like more popular stuff does eventually just start getting sold anyway. Like, I mean, I don't know if this will keep being the case, because they were doing it at Best Buy for a while, where it was just like, yeah, here's we have like a retail release of this, and it just has like a different cover or whatever, but it's the same game. If you want to get it physical, sure, like I remember they put out physical copies of No More Heroes, and like I think they got like Celeste and stuff like that. I mean, like, yeah, there's like that, and like Fangamer will do physical copies of stuff too if you want to order from them and all that. It's just, there's ways, but and I mean, I think if I remember correctly, I think the Alan Wake Deluxe Edition thing is gonna just be a regular release too. The not the collector's edition with the fucking lamp and all that, but there's just gonna be a normal on disc version.
I saw that I was glad that the Shin Megami Tensei V new one seems to have the whole game on the disc.
Mm-hmm.
Which, why is that so rare now, John? Why do we have to live in hell?
Because people are cheap, I guess. I don't know.
Guess. It just feels like with some of them I get it, because, like, we're in the file size hell world right now. But, like, when I fucking installed, what was it? I think it was Trinity Trigger last year, which is an independent game, kind of like Secret of Mana. That one was a physical disc, and that one didn't even have the whole damn game on it, and the game was like 6 gigabytes big, and it was like, come on now.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Like, what are we doing?
Weird. But yeah, games are continuing to happen. We had our the final of the big ones, the Nintendo Direct, and gonna be honest, I know I have a little bit of Nintendo bias here, but it was definitely the strongest showing this year, easily. IMHO
from them, or
just I think in general, like of the summer events. I mean, they had the most stuff that I gave a shit about.
Sure,
so maybe maybe. I mean, I see a bunch of JRPGs, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Should we run through it, or was there anything
we could just run through that?
I mean, if you want to talk about anything from the past couple of whiles, because you haven't been on for the other showcases, was there anything from the other showcases that particularly interested you, or maybe you were like, this sucks ass, or whatever you want to talk about?
Let me tell you, the Gears of War trailer was like the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The even slower Mad World, like when I realized what they were doing, I like put my head in my hands, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? But no, honestly, the only things that really stood out to me from all of those was I'm excited for that Perfect Dark being Deus Ex now.
Yeah, that did look pretty cool.
Mainly because we know that they canceled the Deus Ex game that Eidos Montreal was working on, so which may be for the best. I like those other ones. I've always liked those other ones, even though they're kind of silly. But you know, I hate immersive sims, kind of. So I always like the Deus Ex approach because it feels less like the tedium of doing X or Y, and just sort of like you can actually engage with it in a more direct, traditional way.
Right.
So it's nice to see something like that. Hopefully, that was a fake ass trailer, though, is what I would say. Like that is that a long line of this year specifically. Like, and then not even specifically. I guess just in recent times, I feel like we're back to the E3 bullshots. Sort of.
We really are.
Like,
yeah.
Like that Metroid Prime trailer also did not look real. In a lot of ways, like it definitely looked like an internal render that's like, see, we're definitely it's definitely going well. But I was mainly I'm interested in that, and then I'm interested in Phantom Blade Zero, which I think I've mentioned when they showed it off last year. Of like IGN came out and was like, hey, did you know that this is an RPG Maker game? This is a remake of an RPG Maker game from China from like 2010. And like these have been pretty popular over in China. They've had like a whole series of them, and then this is him remaking the first game as like a Devil May Cry Ninja Gaiden like, and I'm like, hey, you know, all right. And I know a couple people who did the demos at SGF who are pretty positive on it, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Good.
Yeah, the Summer Games Fest was a real like, whew. That's all I have to say about it. Just,
I didn't think it was that bad.
It wasn't awful, but I think those swings were just brutal. I think it was just like like leading with Lego Horizon was like being shot for me. And the fact that we had to see that again in this direct.
Yeah, that was weird. I like as I was writing out of it, I was like, oh, this is just the same trailer. All right.
Yeah, whatever. Straight up.
But let's see here. Yeah, let's go through the direct here. They started off with a new Mario and Luigi.
Yeah.
Which, that's pretty crazy. Nobody knows who's making this because Alpha Dream filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I figured like the two best bets are like it's Next Level Games because they do like everything like this now for Nintendo. Or I saw a couple of people talking and I was able to look it up, and I guess it's true when people looked at the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 credits list and stuff. I guess a bunch of Alpha Dream people went to Monolith after it shuttered.
I could see that, yeah.
So it's entirely possible it's a Monolith joint game with like a Nintendo first party, or like Nintendo internal studio or something.
Sure. I mean, yeah, that would be really cool if it turned out that they just kind of got a bunch of the Alpha Dream folks and let them keep working, and they get to make a new Mario and Luigi. Like that's nice.
I think like gameplay wise, this also looked really good compared to the recent ones. I did not like Dream Team at all, and Paper Jam is a sin on this world.
I haven't played Dream Team, but yeah, Paper Jam is like horribly mid. Like I wouldn't say
Paper Jam is like so aggressively nothing, but like actively offensive at the same time that it's just like
because it's so nothing. Like it should have been something like amazing. Like oh my god, they're finally
you're combining two RPGs that everyone loves.
Yeah, and it was just like okay, this is just like middle of the road and like slightly veering off into bad. It's just like this sucks. But this looks really good. The animation is fantastic.
The animations are all really good. I just worry about like how it's going to run, which is a continuing thing throughout this direct, I think specifically more than any of their other directs, is like, it almost felt like they were trying to be like, yeah, don't worry, we're working on another Switch, I promise. Look how bad this shit is. Like, because some of those, like, when they were spinning in the air, I was like, oh, that animation's so good. And then I was seeing like the chugging as they start to land, and I was like,
You'll need to get that new thing out right now. Move your ass.
I don't even think there's a reason for it to run that bad. I just want to know what's happening.
Yeah.
But it looked good. I want to like that, because I love those first three up to Bowser's Inside Story. I thought all three of those games are pretty good. Partners in Time less so, but it's at least really interesting what they were trying.
Yeah, it's not horrible. It's decent. They showed
that name though. I'm sorry.
Mario and Luigi Brothership.
What are they smoking with that one?
Yeah, that is fully them not knowing what they're saying. Like, however, it is extremely funny that it if you just look at the left side, it just says Mario Broth. So yeah, he's finally
living it up.
Bless that guy. I think about that post that he made. That was his only piece of Mario merch, and it was just like a single like teeny like keychain or something, and he took the picture from like 10 feet away. It's so good.
What a visionary.
Yeah, an iconic genius, and they should send him a free copy of this, in my opinion. They showed more of that Nintendo World Championships thing, which it's so crazy that they are just using the speedrunner timer, like the exact thing. Like, that is crazy.
Well, let's hope that they don't start suing people for it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a fucking nightmare. It would be nice if they were just like, hey, we straight up like reached out to the people who made this and just licensed it. Like, that would be cool. But I don't know. It's weird, but I mean, at the same time, too, it's almost like one of those things where I'm like, I don't even know who this is really for, per se, because it's like, speedrunners
want to play that version, right? They're so tied to their specific iteration that is ran or whatever, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just like speedrunners already have their setups, and this is just like chopping it up into little segments. Like, maybe it would be useful for like, I want to practice this specific section, but people already like use save states and stuff for that. And I mean, I guess they did say that there's like new modes and stuff, so it's not just like, oh, hey, here's this exact part of the game. Like, oh, we're mixing it up, because it looks like NES Remix stuff. I don't know if this is by the same people or whatever, but they probably use like similar concepts from NES Remix for this. I just don't know who exactly it's for, in that, like, I could just imagine the speedrunners aren't going to play it except for maybe like a handful of them, and then anyone who's not a speedrunner is just going to be like, well, I'm fucked, because the like 3 speedrunners that are playing this because they want to show off are just impossible to catch up to. I don't know. Might inspire more speedrunners, but like,
what a nightmare.
I mean, yeah, I know you don't like speedrunners.
I'm joking.
But like, at the same time, like, I feel like those people would just be inspired by watching other speedrunners. Yeah, so I don't know. So it's weird.
But you never know. Sometimes people need the structure to realize that they actually like it. Like, sometimes they need that just format to realize, oh, I like this format actually, instead of the intrinsic like forcing yourself into it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why this game just being called Fairy Tail 2 is really funny to me.
It is, because they like said like the ending of Fairy Tail, and it's like, okay,
again, I guess. I don't know. Like, I know literally nothing. I assume
it's
just
the game version of the ending. I also know nothing about Fairy Tail, other than I do not like the art.
Yeah, like, I straight up wrote down here, like, I don't think I've ever met anyone who likes Fairy Tail, and that's not like me judging it per se. I'm just like, yeah, like, I feel like I've met people who like Black Clover. I've met people who like, all different like shonen and stuff.
It occupies the same space in my mind as Seven Deadly Sins.
I was going to
this
say,
thing,
yes.
Yeah, this thing is like apparently obscenely popular, but I don't know anyone.
However, I I have at least seen people be horny about characters from Seven Deadly Sins. I've not seen anyone be like, oh, this girl from Fairy Tail is hot.
The only exposure to Fairy Tail I can think of is in Final Fantasy XIV. There are so many catboys named Natsu Dragneel. And I did not know what that was until like 4 years ago, after like a decade of it.
I believe you, but yeah, it's a JRPG kind of actiony. I don't know. Sure, if you're interested. But if you're interested in some good ass JRPGs, they announced a bunch of them. The first one they showed off that made me excited was, hey, Fantasian is getting ported to consoles, and so it's not just stuck on Apple Arcade.
I've been holding out. You have no idea how close I've gotten to stealing Robin's phone and just fucking playing it some of these days. I'm like, I saw that it has a normal difficulty now, because one of the few things I heard about people complaining when that game came out is it came out in 2 parts, and the second part specifically was like super hard. And then, so now what they've done is the original difficulty is now hard mode, and now there's just a different normal difficulty, which is probably for the best. I'm probably going to still play it on the hard mode anyway.
Sure.
But it's cool. I'm interested to see how they clean it up. I don't think it had many problems because, like, Apple Arcade means it was already not designed to be like, you know, the Skinner box ass, like pace stamina, etc. So it's probably just going to be a good ass RPG. I've only heard good things about Fantasian. But I only know 2 people who've played it because they have iPhones.
Yeah, that's coming out holiday this year. Let me see here. And I guess just to go over it, Mario and Luigi Brothership is out November 7th. The NES World Championship thing is July 18th, so it's out on my birthday. But I don't want it, so I'll skip out on that. And Fairy Tail's out this winter. They have an update for Switch Sports, which is that they're adding basketball to it. Sure. I don't know. I don't really think I've seen anyone really play that, but sure. It's out this summer, so I guess in the next 2 months. This game looked cool. Mio, Memories in Orbit. I'm guessing it's a Metroidvania of some kind, because it just looked like it was platforming and exploring. They didn't really go into detail about like what it was. They just showed like some gameplay, and that was it.
They have a Steam page for that, I saw, also, and it is a Metroidvania.
Okay, good.
So, I'm interested. I'm curious to see, because it feels like a lot of good Metroidvanias are coming out recently. They're always coming out, but there was like, a lot of them are very stagnant, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
Like you have your Toho Luna Nights and stuff like that experimenting with the format. You have your Blasphemouses, for example. But the thing is like those are like a drop in the fucking ocean of these that are all out there.
Yeah, I mean, like, even though I did really enjoy the new Momodora game, it was still like, yeah, this is just a Momodora game. It's good, but they're not doing anything crazy with it.
Yeah, I based my opinion on that game off of your initial review, I believe, and then I saw a couple people play it recently who said basically the same things you did.
Yeah, it's good, not amazing, not earth shattering.
Yeah, it just reminds you, oh yeah, I liked Momodora 4 or whatever.
Yeah. They had an update to Disney Illusion Island. I don't think I've really seen anyone play this game, which is kind of surprising because like the animation and the art style is really cute, but I don't know. I mean, they were kind of like flirting with danger maybe by calling it an illusion game because everyone just thinks it's like Castle of Illusion and all that, and I don't know. I don't know. I'd like to maybe try it, but yeah. There's Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
And I'm pretty excited for that. I'm not gonna lie. That is out next year. Yeah, it's just the Hello Kitty Animal Crossing game. I mean, if I remember correctly, this was also an Apple Arcade thing or something. Yeah. I wanted to play it really bad. I heard at launch that it was a little rough, and then they super cleaned it up. Because again, it's not. It has to be Apple Arcade, right? It has to be a real video game. It can't be a loot box ass nightmare. So, because I think the Apple Arcade thing is you can't have microtransactions at all, almost, or something like that.
That's for the best, I would say. Yeah, if you're paying like a subscription, yeah.
But yeah, I've heard this game got better significantly over time, so that's cool. Because I would love to play Animal Crossing with Cinnamon. Big challenges in that game.
Big challenges is in that game.
Gator, it's great.
That is out next year. Console exclusive on the Switch for a timed period. So I mean, I'm sure they'll port it to other places, and I'm guessing it'll be on PC at launch because they said console exclusive.
Yeah.
Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports. I mean, sure. Those like Super Nintendo Looney Tunes sports games were pretty solid, but I mean, they're Super Nintendo games. I don't know. Sure. They did a new Among Us update, which, funnily enough, when this trailer got posted early on IGN, and that actually leaked the direct date. So, thanks Among Us for letting us know. They are adding 3 more roles if you're playing the like extra roles mode. The Noisemaker, which is just when you die, there's a sound effect so everyone knows that you died. There's a tracker who could put a tracking device on one crewmate at a time. And then the Phantom, which just lets you turn invisible.
See, like when I saw that, I was like, there are classes in Among Us?
There have been for a hot minute. I remember them.
I've learned this now, but I was like, what? What's going on?
Like, I think I'm like 90% sure you can still play like vanilla Among Us, but they added more roles and stuff, which like that's a fine way to keep it fresh. Like, I'm glad that they're doing that, and not just because I know that they're doing cosmetics and stuff, but they could have very easily just been like, yeah, we're just going to keep adding cosmetics. But the fact that they're like actively working on it and being like, yeah, here's new maps, here's new roles, like, yeah, they're not just coasting. I respect that. And those roles are out now. They released it day of. Farmagia.
Oh yeah, this was at the Marvelous Direct, which was a very funny Direct thing. I guess it was a showcase. They showed more gameplay here, I think, than they did at that, which is insane. But I don't even know what this game is. I'm gonna be real with you. It seems like a weird Pokemon farming game. It's insane that I guess this game has farming, so the new Rune Factory can't.
It kind of had like a Pikmin thing going, where they just had like a ton of the same creature and they were just like swarming the enemies.
Yeah.
They had like 20 of like the wolf looking thing all at once attacking some big dude. I will say I was talking to some of my friends after watching this, and they were all just like, I don't know why, but the way that the narrator said Farmagia or whatever it was, it sounded like a slur. It sounded like they were like, you're a Farmagia. Like, it just sounded like,
yeah, it doesn't. It's not good.
No, it's not a good name for something. But I don't know. It could be neat. It's out November 1st. Yeah. They are once again porting Donkey Kong Country Returns. It is coming out January 16th, 2025, and it's gonna have all the 3DS stuff on it, so that's nice. It's just they're putting out like a super definitive edition where it's like, yeah, here's everything, and it's in HD. So sure. I actually haven't played any of those games, so I should maybe get around to that. I know people really love those games, so it seems like a good time to get on them. Have you played any of those?
I cut out for a second. Which game?
The Donkey Kong Country Returns.
Oh, sorry. Yes. I love Tropical Freeze.
Okay.
And I saw this and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to play Worst Tropical Freeze. Because the thing about Tropical Freeze, I highly recommend you play Tropical Freeze, by the way.
Sure.
That's what I would say. If you play one of these. Maybe when Nintendo decides that they can let it go below $40 ever.
Never.
Because that one's crazy good because it has Dixie and it also has fucking Cranky Kong, and he plays like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. And I do love DuckTales. I do love that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And they crushed it with that one. Let me tell you, I just think, and Tropical Freeze has my only problem with it, and I wonder if they fix this in the re-release because I know they add levels and stuff. Is that it has a really interesting conceit where you learn a mechanic for a world, and then you like get the freeze part, so everything's frozen, and then it changes that mechanic to be like an ice version of it. So you have to like sort of like see how they're changing that mechanic and use what you've learned to like get through the stuff. And it gets a little harder near the end when the challenge levels and stuff like that. I just really liked it as a novel concept. This one was a lot more straightforward. This one was more like, yeah, Donkey Kong Country, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So it's fine that they did this, but this is the most we need games in the last year of the Switch decision of all time.
This and like Luigi's Mansion 2 and all that. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we just got to
God, this out fucking Luigi's Mansion 2.
Which, yeah, they showed a trailer again for that, and it's out like in like a week or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That game fucking sucks. I don't know what they could do to fix it. It's like, what if we removed all the joy from Luigi's Mansion?
Yeah,
I'm sorry to be so brutal, but I really did not like it.
You're right. It's one of those things where like I kind of don't want to be too mean to it, but it is just like pretty like it's another one of those like I'd say it's worse than just mid. Like, you know, we were talking about Paper Jam. I'd say it was definitely worse than Paper Jam. It's very soulless. That game just kind of exists, and I'm so glad that 3 is as good as it is, though, because 3 is a return, not a full return to form, but it is definitely
that's what I've heard.
Way better than 2.
It seemed a lot more traditional, for like not traditional. Understanding what people liked about the first game a lot more.
The only thing is like it's just the art direction, like the fact that they just aren't doing the like variation ghosts. Like there's like a couple of ghosts. There's like a few of them that don't look the same. But I just wish that like a lot more of them were all different kinds of designs and stuff. Because yeah, like I still remember all the portrait ghosts from Luigi's Mansion 1, and the only one that I remember from 3 is like the director one that looks like Mike Stoklasa from Red Letter Media, and that's it.
It is just so weird in general how like I feel like the GameCube era of Nintendo, they were experimenting a lot with a lot of different things, and then like I guess it's what happens when the console not fails, but you know, like doesn't do as well as you'd want it to, that they just take all the wrong lessons from it. Because I guess that kind of happened with the Wii U for a little bit of like, Nintendo's been cleaning it up recently, at least I would say that.
I'm really hoping with, you know, like, yeah, we got a new Mario and Luigi, but I'm hoping with the re-releases of Mario RPG and Thousand Year Door that people realize, oh hey, people like these games for like reasons that are just not, you know, that aren't just like, oh hey, they're RPGs. You know, people like the characters and the world and all that. So hopefully they lean more into it. That's all I gotta hope for.
I hope Xenoblade's success recently, like more and more people liking Xenoblade. As those entries have continued to come out, makes them realize that people want that.
Yes. Absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, next. Okay, so here's... This kinda leaked, but not exactly. So, I mean, we'll get to that later. But, yeah, they said, hey, Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, we finally have a release date. It's November 14th. Man, November's pretty stacked. Damn, I'm just realizing this.
They saw all the recent years where November doesn't have the heat, because I feel like everyone releases in fucking February and shit now.
But that was good. It was good to catch up. It was good. Fuckers.
I agree. No, I agree with you completely. I was thinking about how, like, I felt like in recent years, it was like what all the old bastion of games press always say, like, November's like, as soon as Madden's out, the floodgates open and we're all fucked or whatever. And then it's like, it hasn't been true for like 5 years, I would say. Mm-hmm. So they were like, we need to go back.
Yeah. Because
they're going to release the Switch 2 in February or some shit. I don't know.
Something like that, yeah. But yeah, they showed that off again. I think... So I people have been comparing like when they announced it and this trailer, because it's been like 3 years since they announced it, right? Like it was like 2021 or something like that, right? It's been a really long time.
Yeah.
But I definitely think the backgrounds look way better. but some of the sprites do look really blown out, I will say. Like,
I think a lot of the stuff looked blown out. Like I saw people, I think it's really just the color grading, honestly, more than anything, is like, when you look at the original reveal trailer, the greens are very green. And then when you look at the new trailer, it's like just washed out. It's just been like, the contrast is just boosted or something on it. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird decision.
I am someone who actively likes the HD 2D stuff. I know that's pretty divisive.
I do too, but I think my problem is this looks more like Octopath 1, and Octopath 2 was a huge step up, so I expected a little better.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially for a remake, not just a wholly original thing. Like, they have source material to base off of, you know.
Yeah, Live Alive looks great.
Yeah, that too. That also looks like significantly better than Octopath. Like, both of those games, like Octopath 2 and that, like, were a huge step up.
And so the capital L leakers were out saying, oh, actually, the reason why it took so long is because it's going to be actually the first 3 games together. But they were wrong in that they're just releasing a separate game release that's going to be a remake of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 next year. And the thing is, though, is that it does seem like they are adding new stuff because, you know, like Dragon Quest 1 is a very like that game is padded out because you have to grind so much. That is a very small game. And like for the time, it makes sense because they were like, yeah, this is an NES game. An early NES game at that. We only have so much space to make things, so padding it out via the gameplay like that makes sense. But today they don't have that kind of restriction, so it does seem like they're adding more. Like apparently, you know, I don't know Dragon Quest very well, but I saw some people saying like, oh yeah, there's like a new they show like a little bit of a new job for 3, maybe like a beast tamer, which I think might have originally been in 3, but when they did other further re-releases or something, it got like programmed wrong, so they took it out, and so they're adding that back in. And I think Yuji Horii said that he's like made new story elements and stuff, so they're adding to it. So I'm guessing they'll add more to 1 and 2 as well.
I'd hope so, because the thing about, like, I've done some research on the Dragon Quest games semi-recently, and it seemed like 2 is the game that, like, people really appreciated, that it was, like, mixing things up from a story perspective, at least. Like, what the joke everyone makes is, like, Dragon Quest 1 has 1 song, and then Dragon Quest 2 has 2 songs, because when the story event happens, the song changes. Isn't that crazy? Like, that type of shit. But 2 is, like, the type of game where it's, like, yeah, the combat's like a little bit improved because they have more options, but it's like you have to grind a lot and it's pretty boring. So they'd really have to clean it up. I understand why they're combining 1 and 2, but I don't even think that's enough if they don't do enough work to 2.
Yeah, it seems like they are actively like improving the game, which, hey, you know what? Like, again, like Live Alive was not a bad game, but they did actively improve that game, I would say. So I could see this being great. I could definitely see this being great. I'm super looking forward to this. I mean, it might just be me liking Team Asano, but you know.
Yeah, no. Hey, listen, I'm on your side.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I'm fingers crossed that when they're done with this, they do. I mean, you know, obviously, I want them to do more original stuff, but man, I want them to do Chrono Trigger or Xenogears so bad. They would be so perfect for it. Especially if they are going to add to Dragon Quest, if they remake Xenogears and like fix like the 3rd disc, or oh my god, just imagine that. If they,
I know, but I feel like I feel like they don't want to do that. If they do that, Takahashi's like gonna kill them. Like,
no,
straight
that's what
up.
I'm saying. Bring him in,
but he doesn't want to. That's the problem. Like he's constantly doing interviews where he's like, I do not want to touch Xenogears. It's like David Lynch with Dune. It's the same thing of like, I do not want to talk about this. That was like my huge first big project, and they fucked me.
I think because if I remember correctly, his wife also helps with writing it. I think I've read some interviews where his wife is more willing to do it. So that would actually be really funny if they just got his wife and not him.
Yeah, cause a divorce. Let's go. All for Xenogear.
Worth it. Oh my god, they showed that fucking Funko Pop game. That was dire.
I loved how badly it ran. I was in love with that. I couldn't believe it. It was like unbelievable seeing the fucking Shaun of the Dead Funko Pop run around at 10 FPS.
It was so bad. Like, yeah, it looks like it's a shitty game. It runs shitty. It's mwah.
That and that Looney Tunes sports game where like we're so back to the era of licensed shit games. like they've realized phones are not cutting it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I said, like those Looney Tunes SNES games are like neat novelties back in the day, but you know, these days it'd be like, nah, it's not worth it. Like if you can go to the local game store and buy a copy of Looney Tunes basketball for $10, that's one thing. Yeah. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 trailer, whatever. New Denpa Men, which if you don't know, Denpa Men is the others. Yeah, that's also a Genius Sonority joint, if I remember correctly. Yeah. It's free to play. It's going to be out July 22nd. No idea how that's going to all work or whatever. But I mean, I'm kind of glad to hear that Genius Sonority is not just doing Pokemon Cafe Mix forever. I would really like for them to do something else. I don't know if I necessarily want them to do like a sequel to Pokemon XD, but I would just like to see them try something else.
I would love that. I just want more weird Pokemon games again. I feel like we're in an oasis. No, we're in the desert. We need an oasis.
Yeah. It would be cool if they did a new sequel to XD. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just as long as it's good.
Yeah.
It needs to be at least as good, if not better than XD, because if it's like Coliseum, then no. No.
If it's like Coliseum in 2024, yeah.
No.
This is the Monkey Paw World, and they're like, oh, we made Pokemon Stadium 3. Get hype. Like, oh.
The person that's making Pokemon Stadium 3 is that person that's been modding fucking BDSP for 2.5 years to...
Those people are animals. Let me tell you. I know it's because Unity is just so easy to access and they can do whatever they want, and that's why it's been so popular. But like when I just installed the whole ass fucking Platinum ROM hack, I was like, these people can do anything. This is scary.
They found out how to port all the animations from the fucking Wii one, Battle Revolution, yeah, from Battle Revolution. So they're just like importing all of those.
God,
and I've seen them like adding animations where it's like, oh yeah, no, we're just gonna have fucking like Primal Dialga in this game, and it has
programmed the distortion world functioning. Like
that's crazy. God bless.
It's just scary stuff. Scary stuff. Those guys. Yeah, no, I'm in awe of their power. Yeah, they're gonna make Pokemon Stadium 3, so Nintendo's gonna step out of the way and be like, well,
exactly. They got it. We don't need anything else. I mean, if Genius Sonority just said, hey, we're gonna make a bunch of dumb Pokemon mini games, okay, sure.
If Genius Sonority was like, we're going to make Pokemon Channel 2, this time it's good, I would be popping off.
Okay. Time out. What the fuck would Pokemon Channel be good?
It's already so close to being good.
No, it's not that.
If you watch TV with Pikachu. What more do you need?
A lot.
Here's the answer. You want to know what would make it better, John? It's a $15 video game.
Okay, I was gonna say, is it watching TV with Pichu?
Okay, well that would make it a lot better. I'm not gonna lie to you. But no, I just think if that was like a discount game, it's just I think like
sure.
Like what is the appeal of Pokemon Sleep realistically? It's seeing the little Pokemon sleeping, right? Like so it's just like if you just made a game that's like, hey, you get to hang out with Pokemon and we have like funny little whatever. We record another Pichu Brothers OVA and we put it on the fucking TV. I just think it's like people like to do little decoration stuff. They love decoration games, you know? So it's like if you just do a discount Pokemon channel that's not fucking $50.
Yeah. I'm a little upset that because of the the COVID game price spike that I can't just buy a copy of Pokemon Channel for the laughs anymore because it's like $65.
Of course it is. We live in hell. I just love the idea of Pokemon Channel. I love the idea of games like that are like taking an existing property and just fucking around.
Pokemon Dash is $50. Like, who the fuck is playing?
See, there's no excuse for Pokemon Dash, is the thing. Like, on a fundamental level, like...
No, like, that game's dog shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, that should be a $5.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
that should be $5 complete in box.
We don't need to salvage that.
Yeah, it's just, I want to have... That's something that I want to have a copy of it, and I want to buy a bunch of copies of it to give to my friends as a joke gift every once in a while. Like, come on. I can't even do that because of fucking woke or whatever. I don't fucking know. Just stupid. I'm mad. Please crash. Please crash. Please crash. Games. Please crash. Metal Slug Attack Reloaded, which is apparently a port of a gacha game.
Yeah, I haven't heard good things about the gacha game, but if it's a normal game, it might be fine. I know some people claimed the X-Dive recently, Mega Man, was okay. The offline or whatever. So
more Metal Slug stuff. I mean, it's kind of crazy that they haven't just made a new straight up Metal Slug, but I mean,
there's this in the Tactics, right? Tactics is this year.
Yes. But yeah. Like I'm shocked that they're just not like, hey, here's Metal Slug. I think they're on like 7, so I guess it'd be 8. Like, yeah, like here's Metal Slug 8. Here you go. But also sprite based stuff these days. I don't know. This seems like something that they would maybe just, like, hire WayForward to do or something,
Yeah, you'd think so, but who knows what WayForward's doing.
Yeah. But yeah, that's out today. I think it's only like $10, I think, too. So,
No, that's not bad.
No. They got Darkest Dungeon 2 on consoles now. At least on Switch. I don't know if it's on anything else. I didn't check. Sorry. But it's on Switch now. There's new Switch Online games. If you have the, it's only for if you have the expansion pass though, because it's 2 GBA games and 2 N64 games. The GBA games are the A Link to the Past, Four Swords remake,
and
Metroid Zero Mission, which
both of those are fine.
Yeah, like I have no big opinion about most Zelda games, but Zero Mission is it's easily top 3 Metroid. Ask me, like, if you ask me on a separate day, I will give you a different answer of what the best Metroid game is, but it's up there, And then they added 2 N64 games, and they're both M for Mature. So they made a separate client for M for Mature games that you have to download, which is insane.
My favorite thing about that is that it's not just like a separate SKU. Like, it's not just a different app that has all the other ones and those. It's straight up just those 2 games.
Just those 2 games.
And what else is going to be put on there?
The only thing I could think of is like Conquer, and that's it.
Right, and it's like, are you really going to put fucking Conquer?
I mean, if they have a whole nother app, I would guess so, yeah. Like, what else? Like, what other M for Mature? Like, I can't even think of, like, any, like, M for Mature N64 games, like, at all. Like,
I know. That's the thing. Like, they didn't... That was very notably the thing that the N64 was not doing.
Okay, so here, there's a list of all the games that are M for Mature on N64. There are 28.
That surprises me. How many are Japan exclusive though? I guess it's immature, so it can't be. It has to be over here. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So just looking at this list, the ones that I would say are probably going to happen is like, Conquer, of course. And then like there are 3 other Turok games. So maybe they just might put the other Turoks on there.
I don't even know why they put normal Turok, because there's still that Night Dive remake.
That's true.
Just on the Switch already. Why did they do that?
Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, okay. I mean, at the very least, I mean, they'll just put that on. They might just put those on there just because. But apparently, Turok Rage Wars is probably not going to get remastered. So probably that one. And then, like, for some reason, people are like, oh, they'll put the N64 version of Resident Evil 2 on there. Like, I wouldn't be upset if they did that. It's just kind of weird. I mean, I don't know. Sure. 3 of these games are fucking South Park games. Like, there's 3 separate South Park games. One of those games is, like, okay. It's like the FPS. I think that one is just the South Park game. Like, sure. And then, yeah, like Doom 64, which that's already on Switch. They already ported that. There's 2 Duke Nukem games, which one of them is just a straight port of Duke Nukem. Like, that's the one that's Duke Nukem 3D, but, like, slightly different. And, I mean, maybe, but, I mean, if, I think they have the, like, Gearbox port of Duke 3D on Switch already, so, I don't know. Carmageddon 2, yeah, maybe. Hexen, maybe. Oh, Daikatana would be really funny. Yeah, they should put Daikatana in there.
Would be pretty funny.
Yeah, they need to do Daikatana, that is true. Okay. And maybe Shadow Man. Shadow Man, I can see that too.
Fucking Shadow Man.
Yeah. And there's also 3 Mortal Kombat games on here as well. So
they should put the Mortal Kombat trilogy. I had forgotten that was on there. That would be
they have
fine.
four mythologies.
I don't know why
trilogy.
you would, but fuck it.
Yeah, they could do trilogy and 4. Like, nobody's gonna want to play fucking Sub-Zero, but yeah, they could do trilogy and 4. See, there's a couple of games, but yeah, that's like...
I don't know why they do it, though, is the thing.
Yeah,
like,
there's
what's
like
the
8.
point? Like, half of these are like...
Yeah, half of those aren't even, like, for mature today. Like, I'm
it's
sure...
just like Doom 64, why would you put that on there, right? Like,
exactly,
why would you just have a worse version of Doom 64 that's already on the Switch?
Yeah, so I bet they're not going to do that. Yeah, I could see them just doing, like, Mortal Kombat and, like... I mean, there's a couple of things, like, the version of Duke 60... Like, that version of Duke 3D is different because I think it has, like, some different levels and they, like, censored some things differently. So there's, like, a novelty to that, and, completionists will be like, oh, yeah, here's the, like, couple of levels that aren't on this version, but it's not like anyone's, like, dying to play those levels, like, if you're a crazy Duke Nukem head, you've probably got those levels, like, ported over on the PC version that you have already, so I don't know. This one was pretty wild. They're making a sequel to Phantom Brave.
Yeah, that was crazy to me because it's been 20 years exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I would think that the reason why they're doing it is because they were doing those, like, Prinny collections, and it must have sold well.
They released it on Steam, didn't they?
Original Phantom Brave or the Prinny collections? I don't remember.
I think the original Phantom Brave. Because they have, like, those Disgaea PC, etc.'s that they did a few years ago. Okay,
yeah, Phantom Brave PC. Yeah, it was from 2016.
God,
yeah,
8 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, so and you can get it for $4 right now.
Well, if you want to catch up before the sequel, here you go, everyone.
Yeah. I have it on PS2, so I might play it on that. No, I mean, it seems like a neat game, and it would be cool if, like, other, like, old NIS games that didn't get sequels, or if they just did more, like, because I know they have, like, the first Rhapsody game on one of those Prinny collections, and then they just went, like, oh, actually, we're just gonna put out a collection that's all the Rhapsody games because, like, 2 and 3 I don't think came out over here or whatever. So there's, like, yeah, here's all of them. Merry Christmas. Which is nice, Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll make another Prinny Can I Really Be the Hero? Even though I don't really like those games. I tried them and I did not really like them. Those games are absolutely just trying too hard to be hard. I can understand, oh, hey, this is a challenge, and that game is just, here's a bunch of unfair bullshit.
On the flip side, the Rhapsody games are extremely, like, too easy.
Yeah, but, I mean, at the very least, I would rather have a game be too ezy than too hard, just because, like...
You'll say that.
If the story,
you're right.
If the story's fun, then at least I'm interacting with the story. Like, Because Because the story stuff was kind of funny and pretty, but I couldn't fucking get through it because like I was getting a cutscene and then I would be trying the same like level for 3 hours and I was just like, this isn't like fun. It's just I'm moving forward slightly and then they spawn 6 enemies at once and they fly around in insane directions and it's just poorly designed. Like, yeah, I don't know. This is one of the big ones. This is holy shit. Thank God they're doing this. Marvel vs. Capcom collection.
Mm-hmm.
It's all of them, other than 3 and Infinite. Like X-Men Children of the Atom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel Super Heroes vs. Street Fighter, MVC 1, MVC 2, and they also have the Punisher beat 'em up. Like that's perfect. It's got rollback. It's all online. They have updated some of the stuff. Like some of the like unlockable characters are just going to be available. You don't have to like do any cheats or dip switch issues or anything. And of course, it's got like all the concept art and stuff. So perfect. Like exactly what they should do. This is amazing. Like, I'm hoping that this means that they're gonna make a new one eventually, but at the very least, like, this is, like, the perfect thing to capitalize on X-Men 97 being such a success. Like, thank you, Disney, for doing something right for once, you know, like, and thank, you know, like, for fuck's sake, you know, it took them long enough after they bought out Fox to, like, actually start using the X-Men properly. And it's like, okay, now we have like a really good TV show and they're coming back to the video games. Like, yeah, it is how it should. The only like bad things about this is I saw that there's no crossplay and that, you know, that's a shame, but you know, I'll probably just get it for PC and there you go. I mean, there's this and I mean, the thing is that like MVC3 and Infinite, like, there's all those mods that have been coming out for MVC3 that are, like, amazing. Like, people are just making new characters for MVC3, and they fit perfectly. And there's that other mod that's being made, like, that Maximilian guy is just straight up paying someone to be like, hey, can you make Marvel Infinite not look horrible? Like, can you just make it look good? And they're just doing that, and they're adding, like, new modes to it and shit. Like, it is just the era of Marvel vs. Capcom right now. It would they are making the bad MVC game good right now. Like that is how good Marvel fans are eating right now. Like, yeah, I couldn't ask for much more. It's very, very exciting. But yeah, that's out this year on Steam, PS4, and Switch. No Xbox. That is the other thing too. I think I saw someone say that like their like NT netcode or their NT code, whatever, the like Capcom, not the RE engine, but whatever other engine they have, just like doesn't work on Xbox anymore or something like that, which is kind of crazy. But I believe it because of how Microsoft is these days.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, new Mario Party, Super Mario Party Jamboree. It's Mario Party.
Great.
There's gonna be a 20-player mode, apparently.
The last one was like...
That was Super Mario Party. That was the other Switch one.
I have that for my squad. That they should have just updated that one. Or just not made it. Because that is like a piss take, that game, I gotta tell you. Like, it's like 5 boards from Mario Party 1 and 2. And then like 1 from 3, and it's like, so it's like it is like 5 boards total. It's crazy. It's just ridiculous. It's a full price game.
This one does have some of the classic boards. I think it's like 1 from Mario Party 1 and 1 from 2, but they have other new boards. Yeah, it seems kind of weird. Yeah, that's out October 17th. If you like Mario Party, there you go. Here's one of the big ones. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. They made a Zelda game where you play as Zelda. Link gets captured this time, and Zelda's going around. It's a 2D top-down one. It's got the same art style as the Link's Awakening remake. She's got a magic staff that lets her create clones of stuff. Like she can like scan a box and then make boxes, or when you beat an enemy, you can summon that enemy.
I'm fine with this game in a vacuum, let's say, on its own merits, like whatever, sure. Like I think it's interesting that they're actually going to utilize the Link's Awakening engine that they created for that whole remake and everything to make it like that's exactly what I want out of games right now. I want people to create these things and then start pushing them out a little more reasonably. But in the broader scheme of things, I don't trust the Zelda team anymore about like anything. The idea that they're going to make a more constrained experience concerns me. I think you can already tell that they're more systems focused now than actually being interested in like the traditional Zelda concepts. Like going into like the immersive sim-esque, like Zelda doing all that summoning stuff. Like that's cool, but it's like, it is an expansion on like the Breath of the Wild, etc. Like wanting those more weird systems, which is totally fine. And the sociological thing is, I think, what holds me back from being like, all right, I'm excited for this. Because I am, like, a little bit interested. I'm going to play it for sure. But I just think, like, someone at Nintendo needs to honestly reckon with their... Misogyny seems like a strong word. I would just say sexism. Even though I think Tears of the Kingdom is, like, super misogynist. But they just... The way they delivered this information... was so stupid. Like coming out and being like, yeah, that's right, we're making a Zelda game. You might be wondering why she can't have a sword. And it's like, you could have just not said that, bro. Like you could have just said like Zelda has her own way of fighting or something. That would have been fine. Yeah. But like the framing of it all is so bad because they never want to acknowledge it. Like Eiji Aonuma is out there saying like crazy things in interviews all the time that makes him sound like an ancient caveman. And it's just like I just want them to like reckon with the fact that like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom were both this very odd pivot back to conservatism that Zelda hadn't really been about. Like they brought back the Gerudo to do the insane gender dynamics with the Gerudo. They brought back Zelda not doing anything at all, which they had kind of gotten away from with Twilight Princess. Like Twilight Princess was the last game where Zelda kind of didn't do anything. And then all the ones in between that, she had something going on. Like even Link Between Worlds is the last 2D Zelda, right? And that one has Hilda, right? They have a second Zelda who's like doing her own thing. So it's just weird to me that like this is this has the same energy as that Princess Peach game almost of like, well, like we don't want to make this, but like I don't know how else to put it. You
twisted our arm.
Yeah, like well. But then like Miyamoto will go out and be like, this was always the plan because he's a fucking
No, it was not, my guy. There's like 30 years of interviews that explicitly state that it was not.
It's just annoying because it's like I would love for this to exist and just be like cool, but it's like it can't exist on its own, right? It has to exist in the conversation of like they just made a game where you punch Zelda for upgrade materials. Like, and now it's like she can't use a sword. You were talking about it with Robin before, but it's crazy that they don't just give her the bow. If they don't give her the bow, what are they doing? That's like her whole thing.
Yeah, she can have the wand. She can have the wand and a bow.
Yeah,
Link has a bunch of shit. She can have a bunch of shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm fine with the summoning aspect. I think that's actually really cool, and it will make a Zelda experience that is 2D like that, like A Link to the Past, feel more novel. I just wish that they could be normal. I just wish they could be normal so bad.
Yeah. I will say, like I said before, not really a Zelda person. I might get this one.
Yeah.
This seems more up my alley. The summoning stuff makes me far more interested than just running around with the sword.
Have you ever tried the Game Boy Color ones? Like Oracle before? Because I feel like you would like those.
Yeah, they showed more Just Dance stuff, whatever. They show the Lego thing, whatever. Stray is coming to Switch, okay. They have that fucking Tales of the Shire game, which every time I look at that, I just imagine, like, in the middle of you doing your fucking, like, Animal Crossing routine, just having, like, a bunch of Nazgul showing up and just knocking everything over.
I asked you if you had played the Game Boy Color Zelda games ever.
The Oracle ones.
Yeah, the Oracle ones. And you were like, eh.
I think I played one of them, but I was very young.
Okay.
So
I feel like you might appreciate them now. I think they have...
Probably.
Because you like the Game Boy Color format. Like, you like the more concise, to the pointness of it all. And I think those games are very good at that.
I mean, I did enjoy what I played of Link Between Worlds as well. I should probably...
Link Between Worlds was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm a Link to the Past hater, and I love Link Between Worlds. Because I think it's just a much more realized game.
But, just to kind of skip over some of these, the Just Dance, okay. Lego Horizon again.
Ubisoft thinks an animal head is the funniest thing in the world, and they'll never stop.
It's so fucking funny. This time it's a unicorn, and it's got, like, eyelashes. Oh my god.
Oh, man.
Got me there, Ubisoft. Lego Horizon, whatever. Stray's coming to Switch, sure. I'm surprised it hasn't yet, but okay. Tales of the Shire, which is just the Hobbit simulator.
I'm fascinated by that because they opened with like, have you ever dreamed of being a hobbit in the Shire? And it's like, not really.
No.
But like, I guess like you could bend my arm.
I just imagine like Nazgul or orcs showing up and just knocking everything over and fucking you up. Because the hobbits are this very specific like story element where it's like, they're these peaceful folk that keep getting thrust into these huge adventures. And I mean, there's all kinds of ways that you can look at that through like the eyes of how J.R.R. Tolkien wrote, like I'm sure that there's some kind of like, I mean, not even I'm sure there's a little bit of the proud European going off to the fucked up realms to save the world kind of shit, like there's all that racism throughout that stuff. But there's also just like other ways of looking at it. Like, like it's interesting to have this normally peaceful, quiet, just wanting to hang out and toke on some ganj race, but they're out here saving the world because they gotta. That's also an interesting take and all that. There's layers to it. We can talk about the Lord of the Rings forever, but this is just gonna be what if you were a short motherfucker going around baking pie and smoking weed with Gandalf.
You should be able to make Gandalf hate you.
They showed
that post that was like Gandalf saying like, "There you are, Gandalf," and he's going to get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, like if you play as Merry or Pippin, you just have an immediate like Gandalf wants to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah,
they showed him in the trailer, so yeah, maybe there is some kind of like Gandalf management sim. If you don't get him his weed fast enough, he hates you. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. They're finally localizing the second one.
I'm excited for that because I know you like those. I had played the first one when it came out, and I was waiting for the second one to be officially released because once they started doing these collections, I was like, it's inevitable. For sure.
I did play through the fan translation for 2, and it's phenomenal. It's gonna be it's very weird already seeing like they've renamed characters, like the big one is Eustace Winner instead of the best and all that. It's funny, but it's good that more people are gonna be able to play this, and it's also very funny thinking about my experience with the first one because you said you finished the first one, right?
Yeah.
I finished that first one the night before I was doing the Florida standardized testing. And I was up until like 3 a.m. because I was like, oh, this has got to be almost done. And I don't want to spoil anything, but just the words diplomatic immunity. That's all you need to, like, Ace Attorney fans, if they hear that, they're just like, oh yeah, oh.
I don't remember what game it was, but I remember I had to learn one day, like, I cannot trust that the game is going to end anymore because of something similar like that. You just can't trust them. You really can't. I knew a friend recently played Fata Morgana and they thought it was like done. And they're like, oh, I can finish this tonight. And I'm like, my brother, there is 10 hours left.
Here's where the evil within me has once again risen forth.
Oh, well, I'm with you, so don't worry.
The 100 Line Last Defense Academy, the new game from Tokyo Games. It's apparently Kodaka and Uchikoshi are working on it. But it's got Kodaka's stank all over it. It's got the Danganronpa art style.
I'll be honest, I'm fine with the Danganronpa art style. It's everything that happens to them, quite frankly.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, like, I was talking to some folks about this, but I figured out why I've started to dislike the art style, and it's less the art style itself and more just the character designs, in that, like, I specifically thought, like, man, like, in Danganronpa 2, Ibuki was, like, a loud character design because she was supposed to be, like, a punk rocker, and now everyone just looks like Ibuki.
Sure.
So, it doesn't
I think my
stand
real
out anymore.
problem is there's a lot of diversity among the women designs, and then the guys are one of two.
That's
are
also
Nagito.
true.
They are not Nagito. Well, sometimes they're Nagito, but they're either fucking. Why can't I think of his name? Main guy of two.
Hajime.
Yeah, they're either Hajime or they're fucking Desuhiko Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. You're either one of those two type of guy, and it's just like, okay, cool. And
totally.
Because it's only those two type of guys, they make their hair have the fucking Fire Emblem toothpaste and shit.
Yeah. And there's already like 3 mascots in this fucking trailer that they showed. Yeah. Like, come on. I
want to quote a fucking artist. Let me see if I can find their tweet that they made about this. It was about, because Kodaka has been out there talking about this game, being like, this is our dream game, we're putting our all into it, I've bled real blood for this, blah blah blah, etc.
This is, we're in like terrible debt if this game flops. We're probably gonna shut down Tokyo, and I'm just like, all right, man. Okay.
Yeah, an artist I follow on Twitter said, hoping the debt thing is real because I need Tokyo Games sucks so bad, I need this game to fail so the studio can dissolve and peace can be restored. That's kind of how I feel, because it's like, genuinely, like, I really did not like, I know you feel the same way, the second Somnium game, which I know isn't them, but the influence is felt.
It was during that era, yeah.
Yeah. And then those other games are just, like,
bad.
They don't even clear, like, mid.
Yeah.
Raincoat is evil.
Raincoat is terrible.
So it's just like, yeah, I just want Uchikoshi to be free from that man. I hate that man.
I want Uchikoshi to just do his own thing. Yeah, I'm so fucking sick and tired of Kodaka. Like, Kodaka, retire. Uchikoshi, please just keep doing whatever. Like, if you want, like, just Uchikoshi, just be his fucking sugar daddy. Just pay all his bills, and that's it. That's all we need. Like, fuck. I don't want to play his fucking games anymore. I'm done. And you know what? Also, I'm gonna be honest. There have been people saying this, and I am starting to believe it, that the twist for this game is going to be it's another Danganronpa game.
Yeah. Because
it's in an academy and all that. It's called the 100 Line. I bet $5 million that they're going to be like, yeah, it's the 100th Danganronpa. Like the twist with V3. 100%. I'm sick of his shit. It's being published by NISA. It's by NIS, so... Could be Spike Chunsoft too. I don't know. Maybe they'll reveal that later. I don't know. But let me see if it says that it's a Spike Chunsoft thing. Actually, let me Google that real quick. Because if it's a Spike Chunsoft joint, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, okay. Come on, fucking go Nintendo. Just show me the fucking.
I just hate it. That's how I felt.
No, I'm
my
sick of it. Yeah.
Made a goddamn joke like, "Oh, this is so sad. We could have had Yuma Coco Head too," and I was like, "Shut up!
You're on fucking drugs.
We can't do this ironic joke. We can't do this
because
we can't even do it as a joke.
They're gonna fucking do that. Yeah, they're gonna do that.
Though I will say, now that I've said this, I did remember the ending of that game is Yuma Coco Head in Brazil, which maybe that would completely tank Kodaka's reputation forever. So maybe
Because there was he couldn't fucking help himself from being racist in that first one. That shit's gonna be, oh my god, that fucking character dog. Oh my god, fucking game. Ugh. Why did that motherfucker have to make one of my favorite games ever and then just immediately afterwards just fumble everything? Fuck. Let's just make the fucking pedophile game. Let's make the game where I talk about how much I don't want to do murder mysteries anymore, and then just keep making fucking murder mystery games. Shit.
The man is the devil. I'm sorry
enough.
to everyone out there who likes this. Me and John are just the biggest haters.
No more excuse. I literally went from someone who is like, oh my god, I want to play everything this guy will do from now on, to I need him to stop making, because he's just making, he's making my memories of the games that I like worse and worse and worse, because he's literally making them worse with fucking, revisions to the story. Danganronpa 1 and 2 are actively worse games to me because of the fucking ending of E3. It's crazy. Ugh. Romancing Saga 2 remake.
I've been playing a little bit of Emerald Beyond recently,
but
it's the scariest game ever. Yeah, it's the scariest game ever. It's
Why
so
is it
scary. Overload, gaming overload. I don't even know how to put it. If you played it, you would understand. It has the type of confidence that I respect, where it does great tutorials. I want to make that clear. It does do very good tutorials and everything, but there is no stopping in the story or events occurring. There's no pacing. Everything's just occurring at all times, and it is so scary. If you ever see that game, you'll understand what I mean, John. I promise.
I getcha.
It's incredible. I'm interested in this one because this was back when they were a little more down to earth, because it was still just after what. So Saga started out as fucking Final Fantasy Adventure, I think, right? And then it became Saga. And Saga has great combat for a turn-based game. So I'm interested in these. A bunch of people I know got into the new one recently and then went, oh, I should play all of these.
And to wrap it up, they showed a little bit of Metroid Prime 4, finally. It's now called Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
It's got that MF from Hunters.
Yeah.
Which I guess 3 kind of did. Or at least it had a bunch of weird aliens Samus was hanging out with. So,
yeah, no, I mean, they had in 3 there were a couple other bounty hunters that she was teaming up with. But the funny thing is that all this stuff was set up in fucking Federation Force.
Great.
So Federation Force is canon and technically important to the plot and all that.
Yeah, the rich plot of Metroid.
I mean, literally the plot is just, Silex is here and he's evil, and that's it. So there you go. Out next year. They say it's going to be on regular ass Switch, but I'm going to bet money that it is cross generation and it's going to be on Switch 2, and the version on the Switch is probably going to make your Switch explode, and the version on the Switch 2 is going to be fine. So I'm just going to wait for that.
I mean, they just did Metroid Prime remake in the same engine, right? So it's probably fine.
Sure.
But who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I guess it's just frame rate stuff, because I think the frame rate was locked at 30 or something on Switch, but whatever. It's fine. I'm excited though. It looks good.
Yeah. Metroid Prime is my long lost love from the war. I have wanted 3D Metroidvanias so bad, but no one makes them.
I need them to do those friggin' remaster ports of 2 and 3 so I can play them.
You know what I did? My Wii U is under my TV over there right now, just for that someday.
I guess, yeah, I could do that, but I'm also lazy, so.
I mean, I don't blame you for not wanting to fire up the Wii U.
Yeah. So what from the Direct did you like, Rose?
Fantasian's the main one, honestly. I've been waiting for that for a hot minute. I love Drakengard art. I love Hironobu Sakaguchi, Nobuo Uematsu. I guess this is a project he chose to do, so it's probably fine. because I know the man has talked about how he was phoning it in. But yeah, Fantasian, the Hello Kitty game, as insane as that is to say. And then I guess Zelda. I might try the Mario and Luigi. I think I'm going to wait to see people I trust who like those games.
That's fair.
Tell me about it. Because I'm going to be honest, I think the game that broke me with like trusting Nintendo about anything was Sticker Star, straight up. Like I was like, that is like Sticker Star is not just like a bad game. Sticker Star is like a very bad game. And I can't experience that again, you know? I can't.
Understandable.
What's the RPGs that you're the most excited for from all this? I guess anything, but I know you went into this saying like, hell yeah, RPGs.
I mean, yeah, like I'm interested in Fantasian, you know, like we just said. I'm definitely tentatively interested in Mario and Luigi. Like I think I'm more ready to take the plunge on that. The Dragon Quest HD 2D, that looks fucking amazing. I'm gonna try the PS2 version of Phantom Brave, and then if I like that, then I'll get excited for the sequel. And then yeah, I mean, I'm kind of interested in Zelda. I'm a little interested in Romancing Saga, and yeah, I mean Metroid, and number one though is definitely Marvel vs. Capcom. Like this is something that, like, you know, it was never like impossible, but it was one of those things where people were just like, this isn't going to happen for ages, like the way that Disney has been and all these other stuff, but it happened and it looks good. And if it leads to a new Marvel vs. Capcom that is actually good, then please, like, that's a dream come true right there.
What was I going to say? Oh, I would be more excited for Metroid if it seemed real. Like I said earlier, like that was like the most like internal ass, like, yeah, don't worry, it's going.
Yeah.
Like vertical slice, that's the word I want to use. When they show me her running around that damn forest at the end and it looks normal and it's not open world, then I'll feel safe.
Yeah.
I know they're all technically open world games, in a sense,
needs to be
but it's like
a Metroidvania ass map.
I just don't want Samus walking out into a giant map and you open the 3D map and it's this giant fucking flat plane, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's my nightmare. That's my nightmare.
We need caves. We need tubes.
We need tubes. We need tubes so bad.
Speaking of Metroidvanias, Rose, you've been playing some stuff. Do you want to hit us with that?
Yeah, sure. Me and old worker of the site, Niall, love Red Candle Games, who made video games such as Detention and Devotion. And they just came out of nowhere. I mean, this isn't out of nowhere. They did a crowdfunding campaign, I guess, a couple years ago for this. But they made 9 Souls, which is a Metroidvania. Crazy good. I don't even know how else to say it. I couldn't believe how good it was. I went in barely knowing what I was getting into, and then I came out like, that was like, I love that almost as much as Hollow Knight. Nice. It's like it's more of a linear Metroidvania, I would say. Like, it's very story driven, but you're still getting abilities. There's still some backtracking you can do for optional stuff, etc. But the conceit of the game is basically you play as this like little cat fox guy named Yi, and the opening of the game is he's like fucking bloody and fucked up from being like killed by some woman, and I guess he goes into like a coma for a couple 100 years and wakes up in this village with humans, and he sort of like goes through a little bit of hanging out with these humans like in this like rural village, and then like they're talking about a festival, and this festival thing happens, and it's like, oh, they're sacrificing themselves for a festival to some weird like metal thing that just cuts off their heads. And he just stops that from happening, and then it reveals like, oh, the entire game is like a cyberpunk world based around Taoist aesthetics. I think they call it Tao Punk in the description. And it's just him going through and solving the problem of like humans are enslaved by all of the animal people or whatever, and basically used for like this medical experiment they're trying to do. And he goes around killing all of his old coworkers because he caused this and he wants to put a stop to it. They're the 9 souls of the game. The 9 bosses he has to fight or whatever. It's very crazy. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's very sci-fi. It's like they get into like, you know, there's this disease they have to cure. There's all of this structure with like what happened on their home planet, why they had to come and take humans, what they're doing with human brains and stuff like that. That's really interesting. The main appeal of the game is that it's like Sekiro. Straight up. They even admit it on the Steam page. So it's a lot of parrying, but it's not like just Sekiro or Souls-like combat where it's very slow, very defensive. The way that the combat works is you do parries and you're building up like a Royal Guard gauge, sort of.
Ooh, okay.
And then what you do is you then use a second move where once you build up those charges, and there's different ways there's like different options for how you can engage with the system, but you do a move where you dash through the enemy and put a talisman on them, and then you hold the button immediately to make it explode and do a ton of damage.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of different ways you can do that. Like you can set it so that it's an auto detonate. You can do it so you hold down even longer and build up more charges and do a bigger explosion that stuns them. You can do that same one and just be like, I'm only going to blow up 3 right now because then I'm going to equip this thing that lets me spend those charges on a different move or something. It's just this cool idea of like, you're not just doing parries for the sake of it. You're doing parries as the mechanic for the game. Like it makes sense with everything. And it feeds back into the kit instead of just being like, I deflected the attack, you know?
Okay.
And they give you like 3 parries over the course of the game, which I really liked. So there's like a normal parry. There's a jump parry, which actually worked really well because they upgrade it as you go. Because you get a third parry that's like a held one, and you have to time it perfectly for certain attacks. Right. But then they just bake that into your jumping one, which is fun. It's just there's a lot of options with the combat, so it doesn't just feel boring like a Souls game. Because I like Souls games. The combat is not necessarily my favorite part of them. And I feel like they've done a lot of damage to action games in general with like the idea of like stamina and stuff like that. So this is just like a very fast paced, like, hey, you're doing all this. It feels like you're learning bosses, which is what I always love. Like you're actually learning and engaging with what the bosses are doing. Like there was this one boss that created like 5 clones of themselves. And it's like, as you get through, it's like, oh, there's like multiple phases. Like you fight her by herself, you fight her with 3 clones, and then you fight her with 5 clones. And it's like, because you're learning in each phase, like what those attacks to look for are, it feels crazy good at the end when there's 5 of her. And then you can just like, you know, oh, that's this dash move. I jump here, or I do this parry. And then you just do it all consecutively because you've learned it. Mm-hmm. It's really fun. And I also really like the story. Like I did that little synopsis, but like the story's really good because unlike a Souls game or like even like Hollow Knight, which I like, Hollow Knight has NPCs, but you have a house, you have like a hub area that's your house in the base. And Yi brought this little kid that he's been hanging out with, who's like basically his son, to live here. And over the course of the game, you bring other NPCs back to hang out with him, and he has little conversations with them, or you just find a ton of shit to bring back to him and hand it to him. So then he asks like Yi what the culture is for that from his home or whatever. Or he just starts like what you get clay for him, for example. And then like you'll come back like 2 hours later and he'll have put like these silly little vases that are shaped like all the other NPCs everywhere around the house. Or like you'll get him a calligraphy set, and then all of a sudden there's like a ton of like cool like crayon drawings of the main character like hanging on scrolls all over the house. And then you get him like a notepad to write or whatever, and then like all of a sudden you can find like his light novel series that he started writing that's like this big grand epic, and then you can sell that light novel series to other NPCs who have become like obsessed with his storytelling and stuff like that. It just gives this real like nice charm to the world. It makes it feel like it's a world, which I feel like a lot of Metroidvanias miss out on, because you know, they want you to explore. They want you to have a lot of it's the isolation, the mystique of it all. But I think they do both in this, like, because you are finding out like all the weird parts of this society, like all the things that exist in this like artificial island that you're on that exists for like solving the illness, why the illness happened, what the culture was like, how all these people are related to the main character. It's really cool. I really, really like it. That's my main thing. I think like all the people complaining about how they can't see Silk Song yet should like literally just play this game, because it's really fulfilling like that level of depth for a Metroidvania that I really, really liked. It also has a story mode, which I appreciate, where you can like modularly change some of the like damage output, timing stuff, and make it a little easier and more normal. Because some of those bosses are a little tough if you're playing on the normal mode, but I think that option is totally fine and a valid way to play that game. Because it's more about the experience than just the sheer difficulty of it.
Okay.
It's fun. I really, really liked it.
That's very good.
I just can't believe they made a Metroidvania that was really good after they made like 2 narrative-driven games, basically. Yeah. Like, it makes sense. Cool. The narrative's good for this, but the gameplay was good.
Yeah. Good for them.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about other stuff, or do you want to swap, or?
I can talk about this one other one real quick, which is just Against the Storm. I started that up. I don't know if you've heard of this game before.
I have not.
It's a roguelike city builder, sort of.
Okay.
It's in this, like, I wouldn't say post-apocalyptic, but it's like in this like apocalyptic world where like the world is on a cycle, and the concept is like you build settlements. There's no combat. You're just building like little settlements with like beaver people, lizard people, and like harpies and humans and stuff or whatever. And you just go around and you do like little events, and you try to build like the best town that works best and like whatever. And then you try to do it to try to undo this world curse where the world is on a cycle where it will be destroyed every like 6 years. So you just try to do like gradual progression to solve the cycle issue by just building these little towns. I think it's really interesting because the roguelike formula helps me, who does not play a lot of city builders, get into city builders, because they have to sort of gradually dole out the features instead of just overwhelming you all at once. So it's like I just unlocked trade routes now a few hours after playing. And that means like, oh, I don't have to think about like right from the get-go, how do I optimize trade routes? How do I optimize like blah, blah, blah. That's like, I've already gotten to a point where I understand how all the core systems work. So now it just feels like, oh, I get it. I understand what I need to do here. And it's been like that with a lot of mechanics. Like you unlock the types of buildings you can make through like a roguelite progression tree. So you have like a little skill tree that you do after every run or whatever. It's neat. I think like if anyone out there likes city builders, or maybe you want to like city builders, this is a really good one to try. It has a lot of modular difficulty options. Again, like I think there's like 20 difficulty settings they let you choose from or something. But it's just, it's neat. I really like it because I've always struggled with mouse and keyboard games in general. I never had a computer growing up to play them, and I just prefer controllers in general. But I've been able to get into this one just because it teaches you so easily what you need to do and how to do it. And like, for example, the races I listed, like you just start out with basically just beavers and the humans, and then you gradually unlock like the lizards and whatever. So it's like, you don't have to get scared of like who's good for what immediately, or like I feel like my problem with so many computer-based games, like traditionally PC games, is that they overwhelm you immediately from the get-go, like a map game, for example. And it's just like, God, I don't know what all these settings mean. I don't know what any of this means. And this one has a combination of like having good tutorials and also just you straight up do not have access to a lot of the stuff from the get-go. So
totally.
I wish more games were like that, unironically. I feel like we have a bit of a problem in some AAA games where they kind of lock features maybe a bit too long, but I still think like for like I think Baldur's Gate 3 could just use a better tutorial as an example for you of like what I'm talking about. Like instead of just being like, all right, make your character and then just like do all this stuff like, what if I do the wrong thing? And even if you feel like you're doing the wrong thing in this, you get rewarded for like if you leave a settlement or whatever, like if you're like, oh, I fucked this, all my people are going to die or whatever, you can just leave and then you still get like resources to upgrade for next time.
Okay.
So it's not like you're completely fucked. That's what I've always liked about roguelites in general, honestly, is like this idea of like, you're never completely fucked. You're learning, but also like the game isn't punishing you for learning.
Right. Okay.
It's neat.
Let's see here. Okay, I can talk about some quick things. I am reading through Witch and the Holy Night finally. They put out that patch that
the upgraded localization.
Which I'm still seeing a couple of little like typos and stuff, but it seems fine. I'm enjoying that. I want to try to finish that before Tsukihime comes out, because I did get to pre-order that. Before
both of these are good.
Ran out of money. And then I've also been playing. I don't know what the fuck came over me, but yesterday I did like 30 Picross puzzles on Kemono Friends Picross, because that's the only Picross game that I own.
I mean, if you're gonna own one,
I should buy other ones, but
Can you still buy the Nintendo Rewards ones for the 3DS?
I think I have that already. Like the like Twilight Princess one or whatever.
Yeah.
I think I have that already on my 3DS. I think I didn't even like download that off of. I didn't even download that off of like an archive or whatever. I straight up use Nintendo points on that. That's the kind of shit that I'm. Yeah. That game is absolutely like the most egregious. Like, you know, Picross games always have to kind of smudge stuff because it's like, oh, it's an umbrella. But this game is. I understand why they have to, because it's just a bunch of anime girls, but it is so funny that you just like create a blob and then it zooms out and it's like, it's freckled toad, and it's like that. What the fuck are you talking about? That's like, it's nothing. It's very funny. But you'll talk about your aspect of this, but because SMT5 Vengeance came out and I can't afford to buy it currently, I finally was like, fuck it, I'm gonna beat 3.
I was surprised you hadn't beaten 3, but I guess it makes sense because games never stop coming out.
Exactly. And I mean, I got really into SMT like 2 years ago. That was like, I played 4 and then 4 Apocalypse, and then I was like, okay, I'll play 3 eventually. And now is the time. And I'm enjoying it, but it took me. Oh, okay. I complained about it on Twitter, but now I have realized what happened. I was pissed about how hard it was to recruit demons, but I realized it was because I kept trying to do it as Demi-Fiend, but then I immediately just did I have like a female demon that has Seduce on it, and it's just like, oh, I could just get like every male demon now because they're immediately just like, damn, girl, and then that's it. And then they join you immediately, and I'm just, oh, okay. So I just realized, like, oh, okay, you need to use the demons, like, because you could use Flynn or Nanashi, and that is just how you recruit demons in 4 and 4 Apocalypse, but in and also like Strange Journey too. You just use the main dude too, and it works fine. And it also makes sense because like Demi-Fiend is a fucking weird bastard angry man, so it makes sense that he wouldn't be great at negotiating. But I'm enjoying it. It's, you know, the difficulty is vastly overstated because people just weren't fucking using buffs and debuffs. that is it. I think it's very funny though. Again, not to step onto your toes too much, but like, yeah, you fight Matador in this game, and you know, as long as you're doing your buffs and debuffs, he's not that hard. But then I saw in Vengeance that if he just randomly crits you, you just immediately die, and that's very funny. It's like, okay, yeah, no, that's some bullshit. It's not like horrible, but it's like that's the SMT bullshit that everyone's talking about when they say that Nocturne is hard. It's like that, and like Mott. But they fixed that. That was a bug. So they didn't even mean to do that. Yeah, they fixed that.
Some of it's just when you get the endless waves of guys.
Yeah.
Mid game. Not even the late game, because late game I feel like you're just so well equipped. Like, how do you? But
so I mean, that's what I've been playing.
That remake. I want to play it.
You've been playing Vengeance. How are you feeling about Vengeance?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'll grant you, I'm not that far in.
Okay, you did play the original. Did you play all the way through the original?
I 100%ed 5. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So all the fixes are great, fantastic stuff. You can save anywhere, which is perfect because again, everyone talks it up like, oh, it's so important, but it's like, dog, they made it open world.
Yeah.
Okay, like this isn't hallways with deliberate decisions behind it. This is like a giant map. Like, but yeah, everything's just cleaned up. They have the rails now that let you just go around the map super fast, which cuts down on backtracking time. They got the saving anywhere, like I said. The battles can have like more than 4 demons now, which is fun. Because they couldn't do that on the Nintendo Switch. I don't even know. I'm going to be real right now. I don't even know if they could have 4 in the original one. It might have just been 3. Playing the game at 60 FPS feels like I've done something evil and twisted. It just feels wrong because it ran so bad on the Switch, especially the menus. That's the main upgrade, to be honest with you, is that the menus are 60 FPS now and don't stutter every 5 seconds. Yeah, it's just better. It seems more integrated. So far, there's been a lot more conversations with the human NPCs, which you didn't play 5, right? You were waiting?
I started it, and then again, yeah, I was. It wasn't even that I had heard that they were going to do a remaster or a re-release or whatever. I was just there were too many games, and then they announced Vengeance, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just wait. Right
decision. I'm going to tell you. I like SMT5, but it is, even the creators admitted it, right? They fucked up. Like that's a huge thing with it. And this is just, it seems like they've cleaned it up. It still has like some of the issues I have of just, I don't like open world. I think they did a good enough job cleaning it up, but as much as I like their idea of like this weird verticality focus and like how you're kind of going through a dungeon, it's just a giant weird canyon instead. I just think deserts are boring. I just think deserts are really boring. So you just spend a lot of the game running through Dune and generic crushed city. But the nice thing is there are humans now. They have humans that join your party, like Shin Megami Tensei 4 style. And they have their own moves and stuff. You can choose to use them or not. They also have a lot more to do with the story, which is nice, because the problem with original SMT5 story is it's backloaded and also complete nonsense when you get there because there's nothing leading up to it. Like straight up nothing happens in the entire middle part of that game. It's crazy. Like you do a bunch of stuff at the beginning and then nothing happens for like 40 hours. And then all of a sudden everything pops off and you literally choose the route you're on at the very end. Like you choose law, chaos, neutral at the very, very end. And it's like, okay. So already it's better. I think it's fine that they're probably not doing law, chaos, neutral with this one. I think that's fine because the new woman is a good character to work with and bounce off of.
Everything I've seen of her is that she's a nut. Like
she's fucking crazy. I think she's like some sort of incarnation of the devil or something, but I think she's awesome.
Yeah, it's really like I just love that someone did the like the
friendly greeter.
Yeah, they did that, but it was just like Nahabino being like, "Oh, look, a car," and she's just like, "Did you know that millions of people die every year from car accidents? Why would you even think about getting in a car?"
That's like exactly what all of her conversations are. They have the demon haunts thing now. I don't know if you saw them talk about that too much.
That is what I am most excited about. Like, they just straight up have a place you can go hang out with your demons and
the humans.
And the humans, yeah. And like a bunch of that, the demon stuff is so good. Like, I fucking lost it when I saw there was like a conversation with Grimmilicala, and he's just like, hey, here's a little gamer tip for you. Just do auto battle if you run into me. You'll win, don't worry.
I liked the I think it's Halpus the Crow was like saying like, did you know you can save anywhere now? Back in my day, or whatever, like you had to go to the ley line founts.
Yeah, they had King Frost be like, I didn't know there were haunts here. They must have added this in the enhanced version.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really funny.
Even divorced from that, like you have there's a bench in the demon haunt that lets you separate from the guy that you fused with for the Nahabino thing, and then you can talk to him, and it updates pretty regularly, I think. So it's like that's that extra level of like engagement with the world that was just completely absent from the original. Like it's a smart redo. It's a smart redo, and like I feel stupid playing SMT5 original now, playing it kind of like they should have just let them wait and make this, right? Yeah. This is probably their intended vision originally. Like it's good. I'm a little pissed about some of the things. I don't care about this too much, but I was like, oh, should I try to get the platinum? And they're like, play 3 times. And I'm like, I'm good. Because that game's like 80 hours long.
Yeah, like when they were like, oh yeah, we added a new route and it is 80 hours long. It's like, that's great for people who are like, I don't want to buy it again because I already played through the original. But yeah, like that is crazy. But I mean, for me, who hasn't played the original, now it's like, oh, okay, two delicious fresh cakes. Because I don't know what they did to necessarily update. They did say that they updated the original story a little bit, at least. Like, I know they added the different path, but I think they said something about we also updated the original.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
The original is just like everyone will talk about it, but like the one character just becomes the Joker completely arbitrarily in the original game, and it literally makes no sense why it happened or how it occurred, and it was just like, okay, and he was just the Joker for the last like 3 hours of the game, and it was like, all right, I can't imagine that. I mean, maybe he becomes the Joker again. I don't know, but like maybe it'll make a little more sense now. You know, I'm enjoying it enough. I'm probably just going to play through it all again just because they cleaned it up. I'm a little mad that you have to play both routes to unlock the new super boss and difficulty.
That's a bummer.
Because they raised the level cap to 160. And the super boss is 160, so you basically have to do the new game plus through or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But also, I don't want to play original SMT5 again. I already did it. Like, why can't you, like, let me flag a thing that goes, hey, I fucking bought your goddamn video game when it came out, okay? Like, let me go.
Yeah.
Because I kind of wanted to play on the new difficulty, but honestly, hard is fine. Hard is enough for me. Like... the hard already has that thing you were saying of like you just get crit and die instantly, so it's fine. I saw that they have more respec options in this, which is nice. They dropped the item or whatever more.
I saw that people were just like straight up like respecking their Nahabino in the middle of a playthrough, which is awesome. That you could just be like, oh yeah, no, I'll switch to a Fizz build. Yeah,
it's nice because it's like you might realize like, oh, the demons I want to use don't line up with like, you know, my team comp, so I should go more magic oriented now and stuff like that. It's all the new demons also that they added are great so far. Really good ones, good old picks and good new ones that they have created. All of those new crazy women are crazy.
They added a bunch of like more African mythological beings.
For the first time, which is nice. I it felt like a huge blind spot for the longest time, honestly, because it's like, you want demons, buddy. Like, they got them.
Yeah. I know in the original version of 5, they had that like one like Filipino cryptid. That like the lady that's like the like got the fucking that's like cut in half and has the like entrails coming out of the bottom of her.
And she was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've liked all the new side quests too. They seem to have mixed it up a lot more. Like some of them are mini games, some of them are like timed things, some of them are more. They added like the hair of Inaba demon, and you just bring like different demons to him because he wants to learn how to be cool. And the demons just are all like, listen, buddy, don't change a goddamn thing. You look delicious, man. You look so good. And he just keeps being like, I'm gonna leave now. Goodbye.
Bro, you're good as hell for fusing. Don't say you're bad.
Yeah, it has even more flavor, more that it makes me go, yes, this is the sequel to Shin Megami Tensei 4, which is not what the original made me feel. The original made me feel Breath of the Wild is destroying the world and we're all going to die. But it feels a lot better now. It has this nice thing where you can switch to an isometric camera and do a sky view, and it just shows you where all the collectibles are, kinda, which I really like, because that original game is a nightmare sometimes. When you're like, how do I get up that building? Where do I go? And then it's like, you just switch to the sky view and it's like, oh, there's a staircase behind that building. There's a bunch of little things like that. Just nice quality of life stuff. Nice. The story is more engaging. Events are occurring more. Because in the original game, it's like, you basically just go from start of the game to the Hydra. With like side quests, but no real main story. And it's like already like 3 things have happened. In the time that you get to the Hydra. And then stuff diverges after the Hydra even. So it's like, cool. And I know the big divergence point is after the halfway point of the game, which is the stupidest fucking part of the game. That the original, I can't speak for how Vengeance will be, but that original cut of the game was like almost like, why do you hate women? What's going on? And it's so I feel like I've heard that it's the opposite here, where they're like, all right, going all in.
Okay.
So yeah, cool stuff though. Like, get to it when you can, because like, I mean, it's still Shin Megami Tensei. I feel like you don't want to overdose on the Shin Megami Tensei. Totally,
yeah. Like, after I'm done with Witch and the Holy Knight and SMT3, like, I'm probably gonna play Like a Dragon Gaiden. That's what I'm kind of feeling. You know. We'll see what happens though, because I was kind of planning on doing other stuff, but then I just got that urge for SMT and I just hopped on that. So, you know, I'm gonna see where fate takes me. That's really what you gotta do.
Well, Fate Stay Night comes out in September.
That is true. But I am probably, I don't know when I'll be able to purchase that. So, you know, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just have a bunch of like small bits of news here, and then we can, you know, see how we're feeling. First off here, the United States government is suing Adobe because of their termination fees that are all hidden and fucked up, and how difficult it is to just cancel your subscription to Adobe Suite. Thank God.
Yeah, I'm really glad. So that shit's just insane. Everything about them is so insane to me all the time. Like, what the fuck? How did we get to the point where you can have a cancellation fee for a fucking digital fake thing? That you already paid money for?
It's bad. So yeah, this is definitely a, watch these 2 monsters duke it out, and the one shitty monster can win this one. Please, like, we, U.S. government, you are horrible, but please destroy Adobe for their bullshit.
We need that in the Google antitrust stuff for real.
Amen. Absolutely. Bad. Let's see here. I feel like we mentioned Baten Kaitos, and maybe I imagined it. But the Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 HD remaster is out on Steam. They just dropped it.
I'm gonna kill Namco Bandai. Let me tell you, they're like out there like, well, we can't do a Xenosaga remake because people don't want it. And then it's like they make a remake, and then they're just like, don't tell anyone. Did you know that you couldn't pre-order Baten Kaitos for the Switch, like the digital version? You couldn't at all pre-order it, and then they just dropped it completely randomly in the middle of the day when it came out, and like didn't even put it in the direct that was that week. It was crazy.
What's their problem?
I don't know. It just feels like someone's like spiteful. Like they're like, I want to prove that remakes suck or something. Like,
it's bizarre. I don't get it. Why are they even doing it?
Like everyone else moved their fucking game releases out of the way for Elden Ring because they were scared, and Namco Bandai's like, you know what?
I bet people want to play Baten Kaitos 1 and 2 right now.
Right now. Like right before the Final Fantasy expansion and fucking Elden Ring. Yeah. People are going to have a lot of time.
Genius.
Oh, I want it to succeed. That's the most miserable thing. Is like I know those remasters aren't even that crazy good or anything. Like I think they removed the English dub from one of them, if not both. Both, yeah. And then like also it has some of that fucking garbage AI upscaling stuff, but the games are still good. I need to play them.
I played them for a bit, and I definitely want to get back on that.
Monolith are our goats.
They are. I don't know if I'm going to stream more of it, but I will, at the very least, get back on it, because it's good. Let's see here. Fuga. Is it Fuga or Fuga?
I think it's Fuga.
Fuga Melodies of Steel 3. It is confirmed that it will be announced soon. But the crazy thing is you know, there's some expos coming up. Anime Expo is very soon. Japan Expo is happening, and Bandai Namco will be there. CyberConnect will be there. But they are specifically first showing this game off at Antrhocon this year, which they know their audience. Like this isn't just a pandering thing. Like they are CyberConnect. Fucking they are in tune with the furry fandom. They are making these games for furries, so this is where you announce it.
I appreciate the grassroots support, as it were.
Yes.
That said, I have not heard a soul talk about that second game. I heard a lot of people talk about the first one. I did not hear anything about the second one.
I have absolutely heard about it, and that people did really like it. But I think that was another game that just kind of got dropped in the middle of a bunch of other stuff and they didn't really advertise it. Like the first one I feel like got really advertised and then the second one didn't. But I do know a good amount of people who love those games and thought that 2 was really good. And, I'm sure this one will be good too. I need to play them. I think they're all on the first 2 at the very least are, I think, on Game Pass still. Maybe not anymore, but I don't know. Let's see. We got some more information on the continued bullshit that has been occurring at Studio Zam.
Yeah.
There's a big PC Gamer article, but the long and short of it was basically them just being like, yeah, we actually had a bunch of games in development that, are the writers left and they, we were trying with like the people that were still there and it's still like completely falling apart. Like basically there's a list of their post Disco Elysium projects and it's like canceled, full sequel to Disco Elysium. Another one canceled, sci-fi game headed by Disco Elysium producer, staff got folded into another game. That other game canceled, Disco Elysium spin-off. Another game in development, smaller scale Elysium game targeting touchscreen devices. Like, yeah, okay, great, sounds great. And then another one in development, Zam's primary remaining project, large scale RPG that is not part of the Elysium setting. It's like that's probably gonna get canceled too. And like, I bet this touchscreen game, if it even comes out, it's probably gonna be dog shit. Because like, I can't imagine like, oh hey, here's Disco Elysium touched. Like, I don't want to play that shit.
This is, I think we probably talked about it as a website when it happened, but I think that people make games, documentary, quote unquote, big quotes around that one, was bad. I think it was really bad, and I think that's how you end up in this situation, is not enough vilification of the insane evil capitalist who was causing all of this, like, straight up, like... I think it's valuable to discuss the interpersonal issues, but the way that documentary is structured is it frames like this guy is moody and hard to work with on the same level of this man is exploiting all of the workers and stealing all of the money from these projects and just basically like giving them a runaround and fucking them over. And it was just like such a bad thing. And now we're just stuck in this, like, yeah, of course this is what happens, right? Like, of course this is what happens when that guy is just left as like, well, who can say who the real villain is? Like, shut up. Ugh. Oh, I just hate that document. Yeah, it's very easy, actually. It's really sad. It is very sad that this happened. But at least Disco Elysium existed and hopefully encourages people to, you know, be a little more bold with their leftism in games other than just the Outer Worlds or some shit. Because there's a lot to say. It's easy. The thing I always say that's the victory of Disco Elysium is showcasing to Americans that, like, you know, people have lived under communism and there are people who want to believe in the ideals of communism and had to deal with what happened to all of those communists before. And it's not just a pipe dream. It's a thing that can happen and you can make things happen from it. It is possible. A better future is possible, you know?
Absolutely.
But I feel like everyone just takes the funny parts of Disco Elysium away from it, which is a little meh. But, you know, I get it. It's Disco Elysium will exist forever, and that's fine.
Yeah. Speaking of things that will exist forever, Guilty Gear Strive.
It's fucking Jonathan in the desert. It's Walter, actually.
There's going to be an anime based specifically on Strive called Dual Rulers. They showed a piece of key art for it that has Soul and what's his fucking name? Sin.
Kai. Yeah.
It's Sin.
Oh, not Kai.
It's Kai's son. Yeah.
This is son. Yeah.
That Soul raised because Guilty Gear lore, and then there's some girl behind them too that nobody knows anything about. I think they have like an Anime Expo panel, so that's probably when they're gonna actually like have a trailer or whatever. It is being done by the team that did like the Bang Dream Maigo anime recently. And they also did I think like a year or two ago, I think it was like the first anniversary of Strive coming out, they did like an original music video they animated for Strive, and I mean it looked really good. So they have experience making nice looking 3D anime, and they have experience with Strive, so I'm sure at the very least it will look good.
Yeah.
The story, who fucking knows, is probably going to be incomprehensible. Like, I will continue to say that I will continue to argue with you, Rose, that Kingdom Hearts can get a little too up its own ass and with a bunch of crazy shit. But,
no, I know.
But Guilty Gear is like 5 times worse. Guilty Gear Guilty Gear is what people say Kingdom Hearts is. 100%.
The thing is like Kingdom Hearts is set up in a format where you can see all this shit, and then it's like, you know, like it may be confusing, but it's like you just watch it sequentially and then you understand it, and then it's like Guilty Gear is like, well, did you see this one quote? Like did you?
Not only that, but like people always are like, oh man, they put like lore in the mobile games. They put out those compilations of the cutscenes, you know, like people learn that stuff. Guilty Gear, there's lore in a pachinko machine, and it's not like it's not like you can go into like one of Strive's menus and be like, hey, here's all the cutscenes of the pachinko machine. Like they should do that if they're going to have the important lore in there, but you know, I don't fucking know. Okay. So here are 2 stories of people chasing clout online to wrap us up. First off, there was a big Pokemon TCG illustration contest. They do a yearly contest for people to get their art put on a Pokemon card. And I mean, the thing is that I don't know what kind of prizes per se they're going after for this. I mean, other than having their art on a card
mainly
forever.
Just the recognition, right? Yeah.
But at the same time, Pokemon is actually usually pretty good at crediting artists. Like, it's not like fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! That's still like one of the worst things that Yu-Gi-Oh! Does. I still cannot believe they don't credit their fucking artists. And Also, they work with the same artists multiple times. Like, if you win this contest, there's a good chance that they might call you back for something else, especially if like people really like your card. So that is cool. However, in the quarterfinals here, the top 300, there are a bunch of really, really apparent AI art pieces. And not only that, but it's also really apparent that it's like the same dude applying.
It's just the same name, like straight up. Like one is like
the exact
initial, but
yeah, it's like this one is VGen K. There's Vigo K. Vigo Cachadorian. Like, it's all obviously the same person running like prompts through AI art and stealing other people's art too. Like, I saw that someone was just like, hey, yeah, this is like, it's all Eevee and Pikachu, which the reason why they're doing that is because all the AI stuff can only like properly make Eevee and Pikachu. If you try to ask the AI to spit out another Pokemon, it just gives you garbage. So they have to use Pikachu or Eevee for the AI stuff. But then someone was like, oh, hey, yeah, I drew this picture of Vaporeon, and they just stuck it in the background of this art. It's like, it's fucking insane. It's fucking insane. You would think that they would be better at this.
You'd think. I just don't. I think I was getting really mad about this mainly because it's like there were so many good ones I was seeing people on Twitter post and be like, well, I guess mine wasn't chosen.
Yeah, I made these like beautiful felt dolls.
Or like the claymation ones, like all of them, like just
really, really adorable, funny art. And then it's like, oh yeah, no, one of the top 300 is Eevee looking like fucking source filmmaker porn face. Like,
yeah, like Jesus. Very disappointing. I just would love to see postmortem on what the fuck the judgment was like on this. Like, did they just not tell them the names? Did they hide the names from people or something? And if so, like, how did someone who is the person managing what, art they're seeing not be like, all right. I don't.
Cause I could like see the judges, it's probably for the best if they obscure names from like judges, because it's like, oh, like, you could just be like, oh, I like this one. I recognize
that Pixiv artist. Yeah. Or whatever.
Yeah. But the people that are running this and picking out like, okay, yeah, no, this isn't just someone didn't just like upload a picture of their ass to this like form or whatever, like this is an actual piece of art. Those people should see, oh, hey, here's 5 pieces from the same person and they're all obviously AI if you look at it for 2 seconds. Like, just like, fuck this, like, just absolutely fuck this. If you're entering contests like that with AI art, go to hell. I would say worse, but podcast. Yeah, just fuck you. Seriously, go to hell. Fuck you. You're a horrible, horrible person. And yeah, totally. And yeah, for all the artists that are, hopefully going to, like, I don't know what they're gonna do, but yeah, it's nice that actual artists did get noticed, and hopefully it would be really cool if Pokemon Company was like, oh yeah, hey, we kicked those people out and we picked some other people. Like, they should just do that. Like, do that, please. Okay. Our last bit of news here. And this is the doozy of the week. Okay. So we have I have used this person as a source multiple times because their information was correct for the most part. I think they only like very recently got something wrong, and it was like something very inconsequential anyway. The leaker Midori, turns out that this person who was presenting as a Japanese woman who didn't have a full grasp, or like had a pretty solid grasp, but not a full grasp on English, was a white dude who had gotten chased out of the Persona community for being a shithead.
Yeah, it's finding out people knew who this guy was like great.
Yeah, I had never heard of this person before, but as soon as people were like, "Oh man, it's this guy," everyone was just like, "Oh my god, I haven't heard of this guy for years, and all this time it's fucking Midori all along." Like Like this, like it's crazy because and then people like found out how he was getting his information was he was basically just like stalking people for a while, and then he was trading that information with some other people to get other information. So, like, his stuff was real, but he was getting it through really shitty ways. And so it's like, you know, like all that stuff was correct, and like you know, like it was cool to get information a little early, but this guy's a fucking asshole, and like I don't know exactly the full swath of details, but like yeah, there was all that stuff. I mean, but at the same time, people were being fucking insane about them too. Because there were like there were people on Reset Era,
of both.
Yeah, there or NeoGAF or Reset Era or whatever who were like digging to find like, oh, who's Midori's friends? We need to figure out who she really is. And it's like it ended up being something that was important info, but they got really lucky that it was. Like if it really was just some chick, like thanks, okay.
Like on a certain level though, it's like I don't even know if it matters that we had to know that, you know, like I don't care about this person. They seems like they suck, but like it's in a way that's like, is it really affecting anyone in a meaningful way?
No, they're just
it's just posting, right?
It is so funny because like after all this stuff happened, I saw so many replies that were just straight up, dude, I don't fucking care. Just tell us when Persona 6 is coming out. Like, that's all, like, that's all people care about. It's like, you know, like, obviously, if they were using their platform to harm people, but, like, I don't know. I mean,
it just seemed like it was for attention. Like, they weren't.
It was just for attention.
And it's just like, and I do think it's like, it is cringe or whatever. Like it's cringe. That's how I would put it. That's genuinely how I put it. It's just cringe more than anything. It's like, this is like a shitty situation. And I guess I'm glad they stopped the weird race play. I guess I could say that. I'm glad they stopped that. But it's like fundamentally like everything that led up to this is worse. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Like the insane gang stalking, encouraging it consistently. There's been this consistent thing with Reset Era where it's just like, and it was NeoGAF back in the day, the same people, right? Probably like just, they think it's fine to just stalk people. It's crazy.
Like those people heavily contributed to fucking Etika killing himself, like straight up.
Yeah. Like it's awful. And it's just like the way that it's like
Etika was saying some kind of shitty stuff, but dude was like really mentally ill, and like if he got fucking treatment instead of people hounding his ass, things would probably be pretty different. But no, because he was having a fucking mental breakdown and he said some shitty stuff. Again, not to excuse it, but it was it was really fucking obvious that he was having a mental breakdown, and then it's just like, okay, yeah, no, now he's dead. Great. You know?
Yeah, I hate this whole thing where it's just like, yeah, it's fine. Like, oh, I guess it was fine. Like everyone going like doing the like, oh, holy shit, like I can't believe this. It's like, yeah, I get why you're having this reaction, but like we're validating these fucking people now. Ugh.
Yeah, I had to unfollow that LaRue guy who makes those like SMT videos because he was going on and on and on about like I never wanted to like I knew there was something fishy with Midori, and now that I know that it's this guy, like I was always right about it, and people should apologize to me about it. And I'm like, dude, like fucking chill out. Like I get it, this guy is bad, but like what, like just stop, man. Like just stop. Like so many of these people, like I don't want to just be like some of these people I do just want to be like, shut up and play to them. Like just shut up and do this, because it really isn't that important. Like it is important to take stands on certain things, absolutely, but like, dude, like I don't care that you were right that this leaker was like he shouldn't have been fucking race playing, sure, but like at the same, like I don't fucking care, dude. Just like work on your fucking documentary, work on your next fucking video instead of arguing with people on Twitter for 3 days straight. Like
my thing I always go to is like like you said, it's like, is it affecting people structurally? Is it an abuse of power? Is it etc. Like stuff like this? Is it tangibly affecting like groups of people or the meaningful way? It's just like we have so many issues that we should be
like again, like the people, like the stuff that came out about this guy. I'm looking over it and like it like I can't make like a direct call over like, yeah, this guy should be like kicked out forever, just because I've like looked through a lot of the like complaints and it's just been like kind of
it just sounds like he's annoying.
Yeah,
it just sounds like he's an annoying guy, and it's like that's totally fine, but like I don't know, it's like the people who are doing this thought that they were going to like destroy a woman's life straight up. Like the people who like set this stuff up thought that that was like their end goal, and it's like I feel like that's a bigger problem.
Yeah, like there's no reason to make such a big deal. Like if just let these people fucking leak whatever. Who cares? We don't need to know their identities.
Why do leakers need cult of personalities in general? Is how I felt like so long. It's
so
like,
bizarre.
Why do they have a Discord where people hang out and then like give them money on Patreon or fucking?
When this was happening, I saw people being like, "Oh man, I missed Rebellion so much." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
The only people, I've always said this, the only reason people who make sense miss Nebellion are games journalists on Twitter, because it meant that he posted the press release as soon as it went up, and then they could write the article.
It was people are
literally the only thing.
I follow that guy because again, like he just would post stuff quickly, but literally it was like, okay, like I follow him and Wario64 because either one of them would have been first. That's it. Wario64 does literally the exact same thing that Nebellion did. It's just Nebellion was a little faster sometimes. That's it. Like, I don't get why people are like, oh, poor, like, he didn't fucking leak shit. He just posted the news like fucking Wario. Like, I don't fucking get it. People are so weird. But yeah, like, it seems like this started to fall apart because they were slightly wrong. Like they said that like the Visions of Mana PS4 version was going to get delayed, and then it didn't. And it's like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but sure,
kill.
Yeah, okay, now you got to die again. Yeah, like the race play stuff is fucking stupid. Yeah, they shouldn't have been doing that. But also, like, I don't fucking care. Like it's
why is this our problem? That's how it is.
It's this like, Ouroboros where it's like, yeah, this dude was doing this shit because it got him more attention, because yeah, like, dude, like people started like, you know, there was the leaks and all that, but a bunch of people were all like, a girl and she plays Persona. Like that's 100% what it was. It's just, it's so fucking it's all so fucking stupid. Like ugh, it's so dumb. I just want to fucking play games. If someone tells me cool stuff about a Persona game a little early, that's cool. I would love to hear it. I'm not excusing any like egregious bullshit that this person did, but it kind of seems like it wasn't like a tremendous amount of egregious bullshit. It just seemed like they were a fucking idiot that went digging in some places that in a way that was maybe a little shitty, but whatever.
Yeah, it's just the gamers. The fucking gamers.
All right. Well, we've been going for a while. Do you want to do the questions real quick, or do you want to just wrap this up?
We could do it real quick. Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
It's only 2, I suppose.
That is correct. If you want to send in a question, you can go to gamesline.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like this. Avian Crystal asks, what is the best video game to play on a hotel TV?
Easy answer I have for this is my mom would go to New York to see her boyfriend often. And we would stay at a hotel, and they had the fucking N64 thing hooked up to the TV, even though it was so old already at that point. Like that was like the Wii was out, dude. Like, but I fucking played the first like hour of Majora's Mask like 30 times or something. Just over and over again, because it was like busted, so it wouldn't let you like extend the hour amount or something. on the little thing. So I think that forged my patience, I think, for RPGs almost.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just over and over again. It was pretty good though. Majora's Mask, you pretty good.
Yeah, I too was gonna say that, but I was gonna say like Mario 64. That is a game that you.
That's a great one.
That is perfect because you can just start it off. You can hop around all the different worlds. You don't have to worry too much about saving or whatever because it's so quick to get through.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, couldn't go wrong with most 3D Marios.
Yeah, that's true. Nowadays, though, I also think a lot about, because I've been to a lot of fighting game tournaments, I just think, like, yeah, someone hooking up their laptop so we could play, like, Melty or Marvel or something. Like, yeah, just fighting something games.
Like, even just that, like, a samurai gun, I remember I would do at PAX with people. Like, that was good.
Yeah, or, like, fucking, oh my god. I mean, the thing that I will always try to get people to do if I'm, like, with a bunch of my friends is we gotta play fucking Twinkle Star Sprites. Then putting that on Switch. Mwah.
I gotta force people to play Orange one day. Orange Juice.
Orange Juice would be really good. Shit. They gotta port that to they gotta put that on Switch.
Yeah.
Fuck. Forget Mario Party Jamboree. Yeah, where's Orange Juice on Switch?
Where's Orange Juice Jamboree?
Yeah. Alright. So speaking of that, bigger challenge. We were just talking about big challenges. Now we got bigger challenge. They ask, with 7 years of games under its belt and the very strong likelihood that we're nearing the end of its lifespan, what are some of your favorite games and memories associated with the Switch? I remember finding the excitement during the initial release and loads of people playing Breath of the Wild and looking forward to more titles and ports to be fun and whimsical, which is nuts when you consider that it was 3 months after Trump got inaugurated. I mean, I would say, like, yeah, my favorite memories are Smash, like just having such a big, wonderful Smash game. Ultimate's 100% my favorite. And I mean, another good memory was thinking about them making a new No More Heroes game for it, but it's okay. I just really love how portable it is, and like Odyssey's amazing. Like they've done really good new entries in a lot of their classic franchises, and that's been really exciting. Having Pokemon be on a console, even though it is how it is. There's a lot of great stuff, but yeah, 100% my absolute favorite, like overall, is having Smash on the Switch and all the lead up to that.
I'm trying to genuinely think, because I mean I got a fucking Switch for the goddamn Xenoblade 2, and it was worth it. It was worth it.
Xenoblade 3, shit.
That's what I was gonna say. Is like Xenoblade 3 randomly them being like, yeah, that's coming out in 3 months, and being like, what? And then it was crazy good, and also 7 million years long. That's probably the best thing that happened on that damn console for me. I still need to play Odyssey. I haven't played it. I haven't touched it.
You really should.
I I'm a Zelda hater, so I'm not going to say anything about that. But I'm going to say, like, in general, like seeing a lot of indie games get popular because they're on the Switch, and the Switch is so popular has been really nice. That's a good thing about the Switch, is like people getting into just more Japanese games with the HD remakes and stuff. Like that Dot Hack was a big one where like it sold crazy good, and people were like, "Oh wow, I Dot Hack is super cool," and me being like, "Hell yeah,
yeah."
Just a lot of little things like that. Yeah. I wish they had been more innovative like they were on the Wii U. It's one of the only things, because Wonderful 101's crazy cool. Xenoblade Chronicles X was nuts. But like they got solid running versions of Bayonetta 2 and 1.
Yeah.
On the Switch. We're going to eventually get Metroid Prime 4, which has kind of haunted us the entire lifespan of the Switch.
The entire lifespan, yeah.
I think I hate to be negative. I do think the Switch is like one of those situations where it's just like it could have been better, and I'm hoping that its successor understands what it needs to do to be better.
100%. Like
It's a good proof of concept that has been expanded into things like the Steam Deck and stuff like that, which are really good. And it's like, all right, now I need them to make a Switch 2 that has, normal hardware, and also just please, for the love of God, I hate the Joy-Cons. Go back, make controllers cost a normal amount again.
Word. All right. That was a good talk.
Yeah.
Sorry it went so long, but it was a good time. I'm always glad to talk to you, Rose. I think this was very enlightening.
Likewise. Always.
Let me make sure that I read off everything off of the podcast thing correctly so I don't fuck it up. We are a video game website. You can go to gamesline.net to look at the stuff that has been written on there. I've been trying to keep up with all the game streams and all that, so I don't know, maybe I'll do the fucking limited run when I skipped like Ubisoft and you guys. I was like, I'm not fucking watching this shit.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything, I'll tell you that much.
I might if I'm feeling saucy, I'll do limited run. We'll see. But I also have an article up there where I talked about playing through Final Fantasy 13, and I would appreciate y'all if you would take a look at that. Maverick also recently wrote a full review for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I know that was a couple weeks back, but still figured I'd mention it again because it's a good review. I'm gonna try to write more stuff too as time goes on, and we're all working on that. We have our Twitter at the Gamesline, our Tumblr, gamesline.tumblr.com, and if you put a /ask at the end of that, you can send us questions. Facebook /the or just /Gamesline, YouTube.com /at the Gamesline, and our Twitch, twitch.tv /Gamesline TV. I've been thinking about getting back on that. I kind of want to. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how I feel soon. Patreon.com /Gamesline, $3 a month. We're gonna get back on the anime podcast. We'll see how it goes. I know Elvie's been like adjusting to her job, so that's a big part of it. Once Elvie's all settled, I think we'll be able to figure it out. And then we have our Discord, the gamezone.zone. Type that into your web browser and it'll bring you straight there. And thank you to Melt Channel /Magic Circuit for our theme song Crush off of the album Magic is Real. If you want to listen to their stuff, it's meltchannel.bandcamp.com or magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Rose, where can people find you?
It's over at Twitter at Horngal, HORNGAL.
You can also find me on Twitter at JOHN_MICHONSKI. And that'll do it. Thank you so much, everybody, and we'll be back soon with another episode of the Games Line podcast. So long.